710 Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
You like to soak or you like to poke?
And this is okay.
Here we go. He's back from vacation. Back from the Boise, Idaho compound. Johnny I's here, along with Steve Mason. You know, it's rare we get them in the month of July and August together sometimes. So enjoy this week for what it is. Listen every day, multiple times a day. Keep checking back because the flagship radio show of this radio station is together during Scorching July. And today's show is going to be Scorching, Jack. There'll be great sports talk, tomfoolery and hijinks, and fun and frivolity. Let's get to it.
Ate 3 green beans and farted. That is an actual journal entry in Aunt Mary's diary.
Celebrating their 20th year at ESPN Los Angeles, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Monday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, there's some highlights from last week. Were you here for
3 green beans and farted? Who did that?
So it was my Aunt Mary.
Okay.
And Aunt Mary kept a diary from the time she was a little girl. And when she passed away, I got control of the diaries. I wanted the diaries.
You were left with the diaries?
So, like, at the beginning, they were very, very effusive and descriptive, and I went to the Italian club, and I danced with him, but I didn't dance with him, and then she got to her love life, and apparently Uncle Al was a stalker, parked outside her house until she finally agreed to marry him. And then as the years went by, the entries got shorter and shorter and shorter until there was an entry that said, I ate 3 green beans and farted.
Good for
That's
her.
all she had.
Well, maybe she'd been backed up for a little while.
Yeah,
and just
no,
really
exactly.
needed to let it go.
Exactly.
I think, Greg, that's an accurate description
Yes.
of exactly what happened.
So, Ireland, I want to know, first of all, golf in hell. What was that like?
Well, you're talking about when I went to Palm Desert with my high school friends.
Correct, yes.
The trip was actually super fun.
Okay.
I mean, I hadn't seen those guys in forever, so we had a great time catching up. But, man, is it hot. I do not envy your mom and not stepdad Leo. That is, I mean, it's like living on the sun.
Blistering. Now, did you actually play?
Oh, every day.
And what was the temperature when you teed off in the morning?
Like 88.
Oh, that's not bad. And by the time you got done?
107.
Yeah, that sounds
Wait,
about right.
Wait. First of all, 88 is high. What time do you start? You start early.
Yeah, well, it was.
Heat does not go away, even overnight.
No,
But
I
it's
understand.
interesting though, Mace. Here in Idaho, where I
Yep.
am now, like I played golf yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
It was 65 degrees when we teed off,
Yep.
and 95 when we got finished.
30-degree change?
Yeah. So here it's at least. But Greg, to Mace's point, in Palm Desert, it's 85 degrees at 2 a.m.
Yeah, my mom's like, you don't even get a break at night. Like, you can't even go outside and sit in the patio or whatever because
No,
it's
sir.
so friggin' hot.
I mean, when it's 102, right? Is how much of a difference is 102 to 105?
Not a lot.
Not
but
a lot.
here-
No, you're
but here's the
basically
thing:
hot.
if you're like, there were people out there teeing off at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
when it was 101, and then finishing at 2 when it was 117. No thank you.
Hardy people. They are hardy people.
Just crazy.
Yeah, it's
You can't even
regularly
drink
in,
during
it's
that.
regularly in the
Oh, yes, you
120s
can.
out there. Oh.
People are
No,
passing
Greg,
out.
you have to drink
Water. Drink water, lots of it.
Well, you can drink water, you can drink beer, you can drink anything. What you never do is go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, because it's just
It's
sweat it
so
out.
hot.
Constant.
I drank I must have drank 100 ounces of either water or Gatorade
Wow.
and never went to the bathroom once. That's how hot it is.
That's out of control.
So it's just evaporating.
Yeah.
You're
But it was
insane.
fun, and then Idaho's been great.
Yeah.
I had a lot of guys from L.A. up here. Worthy and Karos were over here the other night. They're both in town.
Nice. Did you drive up to
No.
Idaho? No,
No,
flew?
I flew, and I'm here. I came up here with a bunch of L.A. guys. I picked them up on Wednesday. They all went home last night. And then I've got more people, mostly Lisa's friends, coming in on Thursday, and then I go home next Sunday.
Wait, can we just not gloss over what you just said a second ago?
What's that?
Worthy and Karos were both over at your house the other day.
Yeah, and and
Like, that just doesn't happen.
we all worked together at KCAL in the 90s.
Okay.
Karos was our baseball guy, and Worthy was the basketball guy, and we had a blast. We're at It's great out here. It really is.
Did,
fun.
know what's so
did Jeter
weird?
come later? Like,
Yeah, Jeter.
right now.
What's weird is I mean, I've been checking my mail. I have yet to get an invitation to go to Idaho to the big Idaho compound on the
You're
lake.
going to have to negotiate with Lisa Ireland for that one.
Oh, is that right? She's
Yeah,
she's the deal maker.
Yes, I have no privileges. I just show up when I'm told.
You're just at her house.
Now,
Exactly.
If it's the Lakers season and you guys are all here, and I want to take like a week off, and I want to
Yeah.
say, hey, let's go to Idaho. Would you lend me your house?
You would have to negotiate it with Lisa. I couldn't lend you the house.
You have no say?
I have very little say. I
Right.
would say my say is at about the 20% mark.
What is your actual? This is an interesting question. What is your actual say in the whole relationship? Every aspect of it. What is your say, percentage-wise?
Well, so theoretically it should be 50-50.
Correct. Yeah, theoretically.
Ours is 75% Lisa, 25% John.
You
Is
know,
it like 20% John? 5%
Is that about the
Jack?
same with you and Juan?
about the same with
Yeah.
me and Juan. Like I the other night we were sitting out in the yard and I was like, I'd like to get into some new patio furniture. We've had this patio. That's outrageous. It started a fight. We don't need new patio furniture. So I'm like,
Who is
all
the
right.
guy saying we don't need new patio furniture?
Juan.
That's me. I'm Juan in your relationship.
I mean, I'd like new patio furniture. There's stuff flying in and out of the house all the time. He bought a plastic chaise lounge. I'm like, what are we doing with a plastic chaise lounge? We're grown-ups. We're adult human beings. We live in Los Angeles. We make a good living.
I support Juan in his efforts to be frugal.
The plastic chaise lounge.
Now, what's interesting, though, I keep thinking about this James Paxton news.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm now coming around to your side that something else is coming. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's as simple as we needed to clear a spot for Kershaw and Glasnow. I think something else is coming, don't you?
Yeah. And I think, by the way, one of those things. Actually, I'll
Just
tell
tuned
you.
in. The Dodgers released James. They designated for assignment James Paxton, who's probably statistically at least wins and losses. They're one of their top guys. He's 8-2. I think he's pitched more innings than anybody, right?
Yes.
There's also a couple things that just came down from like Fabian Ardaya, so yesterday's start gave him his 18th start on the season and actually filled up all of his incentives. So he is now at the max salary that he can actually make, and the Dodgers have to pay for it. So if he goes somewhere else, if you do trade him, which they have a 7-day window, I think, to trade him, if they trade him, that other team will not have to pay any incentives.
Okay, well, Greg, let me ask you this about that. I thought when you DFA'd somebody, you designated them for assignment,
right,
that you were basically releasing them and they could go anywhere they want.
No, they have to go
true,
through waivers.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't somebody claim him?
That's what I want to know. Why wouldn't somebody claim him if the incentives are all gone and it's not expensive? If you need innings, he's a good guy for it.
No, and exactly. He does. And there's so many teams that want starting pitching. And Eric Stevens says Paxton's salary this season is $4 million, in addition to the $9 million in bonuses he's already earned.
Well, I can't imagine it's financial. The Dodgers make so much money.
Yeah, no, it can't be
It's
financial.
also with roughly $1.5 million remaining the rest of the season. So whoever is getting him, you're getting an innings eater for $1.5 million.
Yeah, he's going to get claimed.
Yeah, he'll
Well,
get
that's
claimed.
why they're trying to trade him first. And
doesn't he have to go through waivers first?
Doesn't the waivers come first?
No, he's good. They have a window right now to waive him. So leading up to the trade deadline, they can trade him. They're working on a trade.
Okay, got it. So we'll see what happens. See if it's the front end. I actually got a nugget about something the Dodgers are looking at coming up next for you. Plus, Steve Ballmer, ever the optimist. But I don't think it's going to make any difference this year. We'll get into that coming up next. Hey, if you were driving to a friend's house this past weekend and you were injured in some kind of car accident that wasn't your fault, you might be wondering, what should I do? You should call Jacob. What do you think I tell you this every day for? Jacob and his team offer a free consultation, so you got nothing to lose by calling and explaining your situation. If Jacob starts working with you, you can move on with your life. He and his team will find a doctor in your area that specializes in your injury. They also work with the auto body shop, the car rental place on your behalf. He and his team are ready to help and get you back on your feet and get you the compensation that you deserve. So remember, car accident, motorcycle accident, accident with a commercial vehicle, Uber, Lyft, rideshare, slip, fall, whatever that is. Only one name to remember. That is Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected, and Jacob is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. And when you call Jacob, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
There's nothing like NHL hockey, LA Kings hockey on 710 ESPN. Welcome to the family.
Brand new partnership. We're excited to have the Kings right here, the home of the Los Angeles Kings. And Trav, now I just need an invitation to go catch a game.
You have been giving you one forever. Now you have to
across the street. Now it's across the street.
Go Kings, go.
Go Kings, go.
The Kings are back on 710 ESPN. Believe it or not, I did pregame for the Kings 25 years ago. Damn, I'm old. Luke Robitaille, the rest of the Kings organization couldn't be more excited. Go Kings, go.
Go Kings, go. Nothing like live hockey. Nothing like seeing it in person. Nothing like watching it on TV. Nothing like listening to it on the radio. And we've got them on ESPN LA. Go Kings, go.
We're so excited. The LA Kings have found a new home right here on 710 ESPN. Can't wait to see you on the ice.
I want to congratulate the LA Kings. You are now on the greatest sports radio station in America, 710. And guess what? Now I get to be one of the ice girls at a Kings game. Go Kings, go. Go Kings, go. Go Kings, go.
Did you know it can now take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open position? Look, if you're hiring for a growing business, stop waiting and start using ZipRecruiter. 3.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs, and so should you. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So, Ireland, I'm taking the old BCAAs.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, doesn't everybody know? Branch chain amino acids?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't everybody on those?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, that's what you take. That's what.
Are they steroids?
No, they're not steroids. They are amino acids. They're not steroids. My trainer, Steve Zim, the great Steve Zim, trainer to the stars and me, says that this is what you need to take before and after every workout. And I'm curious. Like, I was driving in today. I was listening to the Travis and Sliwa show, and they ran a commercial for something called eugenics. Now I'm like, is that a thing? Is eugenics a thing? What else should I be taking besides BCAAs?
Just take everything.
Everything?
Yeah, just go to one of those stores and say, I want one of everything.
Ireland, do you need any BCAAs? I've got a bunch of them.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
No. But, hey, update.
Yeah.
Germany just took the lead with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Okay.
69-66. So maybe this Team USA just isn't as good as we think it is.
Well, I've actually got something on that. Let me find it here. I was going to do something else, but I actually have some nuggets on the Team USA basketball as they are in another scuffle. Down 4 to Germany
Franz
right now.
Wagner has 27 points, and it's not even the fourth quarter yet.
Wow.
These games don't mean anything.
No, they don't mean anything, but I think they're interesting test games.
Yes.
And
South Sudan was really good.
Yeah, they killed it. They were great. They were great that day. With
Wenyen Gabriel and nobody else.
Took the Wenyen Gabriel takeover. No, I've got this nugget on the that there are too many egos and guys are too much about themselves with this Olympic team, John. Do you think that is fair criticism?
Were they specific about, like, who's,
okay, so
who's
here
all
is
about me?
Here is okay, take it for what it's worth, New York Post. The superstar-laden team heading to the 2024 Summer Olympics is plagued by ego and other BS, according to, they're excerpting the Daily Mail. The ego that lies within the team, everyone is out for their own and not for the team as a whole, a source told the outlet. That can and will be a disaster if they all don't change the thought process. They have to play like a team. They haven't looked good and have been exposed, and many international teams have played together longer, are more cohesive, and have a decent chance of beating Team USA. They will never hear the end of it if they lose. They are supposed to be the best in the world, so act like it, and don't let ego and other BS take over what should be automatic. They have to dominate or the walls will start to close in.
Well, I don't think, like, Steph fits that description.
No, I don't either. Not Steph.
I'm not sure LeBron fits it.
And
LeBron is kind of a pass-first guy.
Most of these guys that are on this team have already played on Olympic teams together. Why would this year be that
Well,
different?
because I understand with that aspect of it, the cohesiveness. They got together and they've put this team together. And granted, they've played together and all that stuff. But whoever South Sudan is, whoever's on that team, they've been playing together for a really long time. So they do have this cohesion that exists with team as opposed to individuals. Now, I personally think Team USA is going to win the gold medal, but I do think they're going to be challenged on multiple occasions, John. And this is another example. They're down 3 to Germany with 14 seconds left in the third quarter.
Sometimes when you get beat in these warm-up games, it's a good thing.
Right.
Because
if you're going to lose.
Yeah,
if you're going to lose, this is a good time to do it. We'll keep our eye on that at that game. By the way, LeBron James, congratulations to LeBron James, who will be the flag bearer for the opening ceremonies at the Paris Olympics on Friday.
First men's basketball player ever.
Honestly, first person I can. Normally it goes to like some crew member who is in their 11th Olympic Games and they finally get to walk in with, or some track and field star who's, won the gold medal 4 years ago. Maybe they got it. Normally it's somebody you don't know their name. So it is very rare that a name would be the flag bearer.
Well, shouldn't it be one of those crew members or track and field stars that don't have the
Well,
notoriety?
it's normally
that
somebody
do?
that's at the end of their Olympic
Right.
career, and LeBron certainly is that.
Sure, but like he has so many moments of something special. Most of these
But what's
Olympians
weird
don't
is you
get
think
anything.
you think about the Olympians over the years, whether it be, go back to 1960, Jerry West. You go back, Michael Jordan in 84, Kobe on 3 different teams. None of them ever got to do it.
Right.
So it's kind of cool that LeBron's getting it.
I've got a list of the people that have done it. So 2020 was Sue Bird.
Yeah.
That's cool.
2016 was Michael Phelps.
Perfect.
2012 was Marielle Zagunis, fencing.
Don't even know who that is.
2008 was Lopez Lamong, track and field.
Okay.
2004 was Don Staley. 2000 was Cliff Metal, who was a flatwater canoer. 96, Bruce Baumgartner, a wrestler. So it is a mix. I mean, there have been some names in there like Phelps and Sue Bird and now LeBron and Don Staley, but a lot of them are sort of athletes who have competed for a long time, and this means a lot to them. I personally think LeBron deserves this honor.
Well, I am happy for him, and he seemed to take it in which the spirit was intended. They videotaped. Steph's the one who told him about it.
Yeah, Steph apparently had a little campaign going for LeBron.
And And so, good for him. I mean, he's had this unbelievable career, and now this is just another a cherry on top.
And by the way, Bergman, before you say why is it LeBron, it's voted on by the U.S. Olympic athletes.
Oh, all the athletes?
All the athletes voted,
cool.
and
If
LeBron won.
If they won, then that's great. I don't know. I just felt like, he has so many moments. And you talking about these fencers, that's the moment of their lives,
right?
So it just seems like it's a cool thing. Like, oh my God, I got to be the guy to carry or girl to carry the flag. So,
by the way, they are going to name.
It's not a big deal.
They are going to name a
LeBron.
woman as the other flag bearer.
Oh, great.
Wait a minute, are there two?
Yeah, there are two flag bearers. One is a guy and one is a woman.
Okay.
So they have yet to name that one, but good, I say good for LeBron. And again,
good for LeBron.
He's not just being handed this. All the Olympic athletes voted, and he was the one who won the vote. So to me,
fair is fair.
Absolutely, you were gonna be anti-LeBron on that, weren't you?
Not anti-LeBron.
I could feel you drifting towards.
It wasn't anti-LeBron.
Why should LeBron get the chance?
No. It's not anti-LeBron. It's that there's so many Olympic athletes don't get very much. If you're an Olympic athlete, you don't make very much money. You don't get a lot of notoriety. You don't get to do a lot of those cool things. So for someone to be able to do this, that's a very big honor for them, and they take it very seriously. I just think that's a nice thing to do for an Olympic athlete that doesn't get anything else.
Yeah.
It was not anti-LeBron in the slightest.
Yeah, they picked LeBron. By the way, I've got a really good... Now, Ireland, you're not on YouTube today?
No, this is a whole story.
The people love the YouTube.
So I bought this really fancy, expensive webcam.
Yes.
It's from a company called Huddly.
Okay.
Huddly. It was recommended by a tech guy.
Yep.
I'm sending it back. It doesn't work. But the reason I'm sending it back, and tell me if I'm overreacting.
Okay.
0 tech support. They have no, you can't live chat.
Right.
You can't call them. The only thing you can do is email them, and they'll get back to you within 72 hours. What kind of a company is that?
That is weird.
So I had a problem with it. I couldn't. Carlo and I got it up and running this morning, and then it conked out on me, and I had a couple of questions. And I said, you know what, Huddly, screw you. You don't want to have customer support.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm out.
In this day and age, you need customer support.
So, but I will. Next time I'm up here, probably next month, I'll be on YouTube for sure.
Okay, good. All right, coming up next, we will do that Steve Ballmer thing, Ever the Optimist, and we'll spin the wheel of questions, and there's interesting stuff on the wheel today. We'll do that coming up next. Mason, Ireland. Ireland is at the Idaho compound. I'm just here in L.A. 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. NextGen is the official AC Heat and Plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right, NextGen is the absolute best in the biz. Right now, you get an $88 drain cleaning, and they'll add in a free plumbing camera inspection. All you got to do is call NextGen. Call them at 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN, or visit them online at nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, And Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California. And yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Hey, it's Travis. And Slee. By now you have heard about our good friends at the law office of Joseph S. Normand. When my son Bobby was in an accident, we called Joe and he hit it out of the park. That's why I trust Joe. No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to them can and will be used against you. Joe and his team will treat you like family, get you the medical attention you need, and the max compensation you deserve. Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000, or visit normandlegal.com. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ORDER to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ORDER to 321-321. That's ORDER to 321-321.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Huh. Okay, this one's pretty good. This is something that happened just this last weekend.
All right.
You all know that I'm dating the woman that I'm dating right now.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, we love her.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you guys like her. But so I was having a little bit of intestinal issues over the weekend.
Okay.
And
as we all do.
It happens every once in a while, and I have not expelled in front of her.
You haven't farted.
You haven't farted in front of your girlfriend.
I have not farted in front of my girlfriend yet.
Okay.
I just want to know, what should I do? When is the right time to do it? Is it ever okay? And should I wait for her first?
Greg,
what
you want
the situation here?
You want the honest answer?
I want all the answers. Give me both.
The honest answer is never.
Never.
It is never okay. I've been married for 27 years.
Are you telling me it's not okay in the Ireland marriage?
Not only is it not okay, Mace, this is how bad I am with this. If Lisa's in the bedroom, and I feel like that's coming on, let's say I'm having digestive issues, or I have to visit the bathroom, I will go upstairs. And we've been married 27 years.
Really? Wow. Has she ever farted in front of you?
Not that I can recall.
Damn, that's amazing.
Wow.
We have great respect for the other's hygienic preferences.
Okay, so...
Now, if I did it, I wouldn't feel bad, but I would be...
Like it wouldn't be over.
Yeah, but it's Mace, wouldn't you say that's true? It's never okay.
When I first got together with Juan, would never have thought to do it. And then one night, maybe 2 months in or something, Juan cut one. And I'm like...
So you waited for him to do it
I'm
first.
like, all right, gates are open. From that point on, it was windy in our bedroom.
Brian, what about you and Allison?
I would say to that point too. I mean, if she went first, gates are open. But
she never has.
No, she has. But I think it was like a couple months. It's like a little bit of a.
And now is there a little back and forth?
Oh, for sure. It's like a game now. You know what I mean?
Like
I'll one up you. Come on. Hey, if you gotta let it out, you gotta let it out. Come on.
I'm with you.
I
cannot believe you. How do you go all those years without cutting one?
Well, no, I'm sure I have, but I try really hard not to. Maybe I'm being like overly concerned, but I never do it in front of her.
That's wild.
Yeah, that is crazy because I always got one in the chamber. All
Georgie Porgy says
it hurts.
It does. Georgie Porgy says maybe Greg needs to eat 3 green beans.
Right, exactly.
There you go.
So, by the way, a lot of people are very upset. I happen to be in the YouTube chat today.
Oh, boy.
People are missing Greg so badly.
Why?
Like,
Why isn't Greg on the YouTube chat?
Bergie, please come back.
No, I'm good.
You're
Greg,
giving
is your
us
camera down?
Yeah, I told a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'm not going back.
I like this one.
Why?
You're giving us 0 for 4 energy.
It was 0 for 3. But either way. So
Greg,
see, they're not even getting it right.
What was your reasoning for leaving YouTube?
It was just too much. I don't need that anymore.
So I don't have to do it. Okay, good.
No.
I was literally ordering a webcam.
No, he's on YouTube. He doesn't want to watch the chat.
Yeah. I am looking at the
I'm
camera
never
right
gonna
now.
watch the
Hello,
chat.
we're waving at the camera.
You're not going to be the chat person at all. I have it open I have it open today, but then all of a sudden it'll turn really mean, and I'll have to turn it off.
That's not towards you.
Not towards. I don't like anybody being mean to anybody.
Sure.
Except, let's do the Ballmer thing. Okay, so Steve Ballmer is
Speaking of toilets,
very enthusiastic about this upcoming NBA season. And I know what you're saying. Wait a minute. They got worse, not better.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem to bother Steve Ballmer.
We still have 2 Hall of Famers, MVP and Finals MVP on our team. Let's face it, most people would be salivating to have 2 guys like that on their team. And we have a lot of great players, actually, that fill in. Play defense, play tough. The guys we picked up. I mean, just take Derrick Jones Jr. Man, everybody saw what he was doing to us in the playoffs. He's our guy now. He's our guy now. Or Terrence, Chris Dunn, who we picked up. Tough defenders. Having Batum back. Not only a great teammate, but a heck of a defender. I think we're going to be a very good team, and I'm going to concede the West is very tough. Toilets!
John, what do you think of Ballmer's analysis of his own team?
I'm wondering who he's talking to. Chris Dunn and Nicholas Batum
are just guys.
Right. And he says other teams are salivating over Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. Kawhi never plays, and Harden's on the backside of his career.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that is getting tons of great publicity is his new arena. That thing is apparently going to be spectacular.
I'm excited. I'm seeing Bruno Mars there. That's the very first event at Intuit Dome. So
everybody
I'm
I've
go see their opening
heard
night.
that has toured that place or that is involved with it says we're all going to be blown away. That's what I would be praising if I was Steve Ballmer. If you are mentioning names like Chris Dunn and Nicholas Batum,
You're probably
and
losing the
expecting them
argument.
to make differences. Yeah, I don't see it. So he should probably talk about the arena rather than the players.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, the arena does it opens on August the 15th with the Bruno Mars concert. That's the very first thing that's going to be there.
Will you go and see it?
I've got tickets for the 15th.
He just said that he was going.
I'm definitely going to see Bruno Mars there because I part of it. Bruno Mars is a great performer, but I also think the building is going to be spectacular. The scoreboard thing, the scoreboard arrangement, which is sort of like SoFi with the big kind of Oculus-looking thing. I don't know what they named it.
Okay, so get a load of this, Mace. You know those T-shirt tosses that they do where like they'll come and shoot T-shirts out of a cannon
Yes.
or the cheerleaders will throw T-shirts into the crowd?
Yep.
Ballmer noticed that really wasn't fair to the people sitting in the upper deck, because the cheerleaders can't throw it that far, and even some of the guns or the what do you call those things, Greg?
T-shirt cannons?
No, where you pull it back.
Slingshot?
And let it slingshot.
Yeah.
Thank you. They couldn't get him up to the top level. His scoreboard, this scoreboard you're talking about, can shoot T-shirts and hit any seat in the building. And, oh, by the way, every seat in the building has a phone charger hooked up to it.
Yeah.
He's that arena is going to be talked about for a long time.
Okay, guess on the number of toilets. I've actually got a number.
All right, let's see. So 20,000 seats. I'm going to say 2,100 toilets.
Ooh, that's a lot. I was going to say like 423.
Yeah, it's right between it's 1,100. Ireland, there would be so many toilets.
2,100 toilets.
2,100 toilets for 20,000
because I would have to run if I felt one coming on. I got to get to a toilet.
Right.
Toilet for every 2 people.
And, of course, they got this wall situation where a bunch of fans, uninterrupted rows behind one baseline.
Be salivating.
I'll tell you what, the charging ports is genius.
Yeah,
that is
smart.
Every new arena is going to have charging ports because let's face it, the one thing you want is people taking pictures and tweeting and Instagramming and TikToking and all that stuff because it's good for your building and it's good for your team. Just trying to see if there's anything else. The scoreboard, crazy. There's videos of the scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a really cool place. The team is going to be very ordinary. The team feels like I'm going to say, John, that's a 41-win team.
The who?
The Clippers.
No, they'll win more than that.
You think?
Yeah. I think they're around 45, maybe 47.
What do you think? I've got the numbers. What do you think the Lakers are?
Same thing.
44.5.
Yeah, 45, 47.
Who wins more, Lakers or Clippers?
Well, the Clippers have for the last several years. What the Clippers don't do well is postseason. They fall apart in the playoffs.
If you had a bet right now, which you're not allowed to because it's the NBA, but if you told Mason to bet, who wins?
I would not. I wouldn't tell him to take the Lakers regular season over the Clippers.
Over the Clippers?
Because the Clippers put more emphasis on the regular season. The Lakers just want to get into the playoffs, and then their success or failure is determined by how they do in the postseason. The Clippers don't seem to get that. They treat games during the regular season like it's the NBA Finals. So when they get to the finals, they've never been. When they get to the playoffs, they tend to flop. But regular season record, did you say, Mace, the Clippers number is 46 and the Lakers is 44.5?
No, the Clippers are 41.5.
I think that's low. I think they'll win a few more than that. Well, of course, Kawhi could get hurt, and then that would be it.
Right.
But
could.
Yeah, I think it'll be close.
Yeah.
I think those two teams will be close regular season.
Yeah, I think they'll be close. I think the Lakers feel like they're 44 wins, 45 wins, and I think the Clippers feel like they're right in the same range, maybe a tick behind. I would take the Lakers slightly over the Clippers.
So you're saying you would take the Clippers over the Lakers?
No, I take the Lakers over the Clippers.
No, John did.
No, I said I wouldn't take the Lakers over the Clippers.
Right.
The Clippers. How many years in a row have the Clippers had a better regular season record than the Lakers?
8 to 10 at this point.
Right.
Yeah. So in that sense, then, and we've done this a whole.
Although
bunch
the
of
Lakers
last
beat them
weeks.
3 out of 4 last year.
Yeah, we did this last couple weeks where like this team's better, that team's better than the Lakers, and that actually adds the Clippers up higher than you and pushes them down in the rankings. Then, so you were calling.
I
them
think a
between
lot
5
of
and
teams
7,
got worse.
Kind of puts them in like that 7-8 spot now.
Well, remember the objective. I think the objective should be the 6. Just get out. If you're the 6, you got a shot.
Yeah.
If you avoid the play-in tournament, that's really the whole ball game and get a decent seed. I'm just looking at multiple over/under numbers. Lakers 44.5. There's 143.5.
That's about right.
Clippers are 41.5. 140.
Do you have the whole league in front of you?
I do.
Is the Thunder over 50?
The Thunder is.
They'd be at the top.
It'd be the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have them in that order. They've got them at 55.5.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
And they've got the Celtics at 58.5.
They're going to be really good. By the way, Team USA has roared back a little bit. They're now up 87-82 with 3 minutes to go in the game.
I'll tell you what, though. These Olympic Games could actually be really interesting. It is not going to be the walkover that maybe people were expecting.
Joel Embiid doesn't think so.
And by the way, I think Anthony Davis is playing better than Joel Embiid.
He's playing better. I mean, honestly,
I would start AD over Embiid.
Yeah, I would too. Although, isn't he playing more minutes than Embiid anyway?
Well, Embiid always looks like he's like one. He runs like he's barely.
He kind of lopes
I'm worried
a little
about
bit.
him.
Yeah. So they're up. They're up 5 with.
They're up 5 with 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes to play. All right. Coming up next, we're going to do some sports graffiti. Open the phones 877-710 ESPN. John, you know how sports graffiti was while you were gone?
I think it would probably have been excellent.
It's electrifying.
It is electrifying.
There you go.
It is every single day.
Thanks, Coach K.
877-710-ESPN. You got 15 to 20 seconds of airtime to say whatever you want. We're giving away free airtime today. Caller number 1, 877-710-ESPN. We'll do that coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Be salivating.
Starting Monday, September 9th, there's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it means the 9-hour LA Sports Mega Block begins an hour earlier. Even more live and local LA sports talk on 710 ESPN. The Travis and Sliwa Show will start at 9 a.m. Mason and Ireland move back to noon to 3, and Shidano and Cappy start the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover at 3 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., we are the destination for LA sports. It's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it begins Monday, September 9th.
One 877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, this is it, people. It's all you. 15 to 20 seconds, you'll hear your name. I'll say sports graffiti and go. Then you start talking. Anything is fair game. And we're going to start out with Ben. Ben, you're on sports graffiti. Go, Ben.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. John, I got a car chase network for you. It's called Smoke and Scan. It's on YouTube. Whenever any car chase goes live, he pops up and commentates on it. Also for you, Mace, he likes to take bong rips during the process.
Wow, it sounds like a Mason and Ireland channel.
It is. It's like our official channel. So, John, yeah, everything's a YouTube channel now. They're are you going to watch the Smoke and Fire channel?
Yeah, Smoke and Fire.
Something like that.
Smoke and Fire, something like that. All right, let's go to Terry. Terry, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, how you guys doing? John, do you think that Team USA is not as good, or the international teams are just that much better?
I think
they're not playing.
Yeah, you nailed it. I think the world has caught up. And if you think about it, when the Dream Team happened in '92, there were no Dirk Nowitzkis or Joel Embiid or Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, now you could make the argument, Mace, that the best three players in the NBA, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, all from outside the country.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Dream Team gave birth to international basketball, and now those guys have caught up. But having said that, the U.S. has won 5 straight gold medals, and they're the favorite to win again this year. So let's see if they can pull it off.
Let's go to Rajiv. Rajiv, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Mace, I got something for you, my friend.
Okay.
I know you've talked about potentially retiring at the Olympics coming up in 2028, maybe from the radio.
Yep.
But I got something better for you than a Guinness Book of World Record and something better than the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Okay.
How about we get you to carry the Olympic torch as part of the relay in LA?
Oh, I would love. That would be a tremendous honor to participate in the torch relay. Yeah, I'm all for that. Ireland, would you participate in the torch relay?
No, it's all you.
Really? It's kind of a tremendous honor to be selected as one of the people that, even for a short stretch, carries the Olympic torch.
I will leave it for you.
Wow.
And I will wave from my big screen
Okay.
at you when you're carrying the torch.
Curtis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Curtis.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Unfortunately, Brian, you're going to lose your hair this year. You look like Samson, and you're going to get all your hair cut off.
All right.
That's right.
Come back.
There you have it. So he says Raiders will have a better record than the Chargers this year, and you will cut that hair.
Brian,
I
don't
say
they
no
play
chance.
in week 1?
They
Yeah,
do, week
they do.
1.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. We'll get a good test right off
Raiders
the bat.
home game.
Probably.
Oh, definitely. Let's go to Jesse. Jesse, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Jesse.
I was at the Kenny Chesney concert. I was working at the Kenny Chesney concert.
Yeah, it was Saturday night at SoFi, right?
It was more sold out than I've seen Rams games sometimes there. But I wanted to say, what do you guys think about the Dodgers trading James Paxton to the Cubs for a reunion with Cody Bellinger?
All right, thanks for the call.
Whoa. What?
But, yeah, no.
Cody Bellinger? Their Cubs aren't trading us Cody Bellinger for James Paxton. We just DFA'd him. Come on.
Yeah, that's silly talk. Let's go to Portia. Portia, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Portia.
I just want to give a shout out to them Dodgers this weekend. And Steve Mace, can't wait for you to come on my podcast. Let's go Dodgers and let's go Team USA.
Okay, thank you very much, Portia. Yeah, I do owe her an appearance on the
I went on with
podcast.
her. It was fun.
Yeah, I will definitely do it, Portia. Just DM me. Let's go to Darren. Darren, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Darren. Darren.
Hey, guys, thanks. Yeah, I called in a few weeks ago, and I got on Jacob for not being able to win Game of Games, and since then he's been on a tear.
Jacob has
I think
become
he's
a very
won
good
3 out of
player.
the last 4.
How about having... Also, how about we get a caller in on Game of Games and see if a caller can win a week?
Not the worst idea in the world. Do we ever think we'd have a
Close
caller
to the
play
worst
Game of
idea in the
Games?
world.
Is it the worst idea in the world?
Greg, would you not agree?
Yeah. We had one guy do it once. Remember we had LAFC and we Pedro.
Did that
Pedro
guy win?
won? Yeah, he won.
He did win.
He did win.
You're right. We don't want listeners because they're going to be
Exactly. We're like the NBA not letting a regular guy into the dunk contest. We don't want to lose to a caller.
Exactly. Let's go to Adrian. Adrian, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is more of a fantasy football-related question,
Okay.
but I wanted to ask you guys, who you guys think, or if you guys have a possible late-round pick to be like this year's Puka Nacua, a guy that's underrated or not a lot of people may not know about, but he may blow up.
It's good.
Someone like Puka
Good
Nacua.
question. I'll tell you who I think it is. I think Blake Corum is going to get real run for the Rams. I mean, Kyron Williams is the lead back, but I think that Sean McVay likes to use a stable of guys, multi running backfield, and I would imagine Blake Corum is going to get carries, and it will especially be a bonus if Kyron Williams, and I should say when he misses games.
I could not agree with you more. I'm surprised Jim Harbaugh didn't move up and try and get Corum because he had him in Michigan. But I'm with you. I think Sean McVay doesn't care where you were drafted or, what your contract says. If you can play, he'll play you. And I think he's going to have a big year.
Let's go to Jimmy. Jimmy, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Hey, guys. What do you think about trading James Paxton to the Cubs for Cody Bellinger?
Yeah, it's a very good idea. I've not heard that concept before, but it's interesting. John, do you the second time you're hearing it, does it change your mind?
One question.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people?
Yeah. People are taking their shot, right? I love that.
Keep in mind, everybody, Bergman wants to cancel Sports Graffiti, and you're giving him the ammunition to do it.
Whoa.
Bergman likes Sports Graffiti. He's pro graffiti.
Graffiti. Absolutely.
Well, you have been anti-call since I met you.
No, this is the perfect way for you to get your calls.
Right. Well, not if that guy keeps calling in.
I believe
so you're going to cut it.
I believe that was a second guy just trying to yank our chain. I believe. Yeah.
If that's what you want.
And
do we still have the call from Michael K? Like that. Did you hear the Michael K call?
No.
Oh.
We'll do it in a little bit.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
do it because
it's really
if
good.
you'll do this, you can have as many calls as you want.
Okay.
Let's do one more. Let's go to Big Joe. Big Joe, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Big Joe.
Hey guys, AD's looking great. Hopefully he keeps that up, and maybe we'll end up in the 7th spot.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Great stuff.
Maybe the 7th spot. Last year we were the 8th. This year the 7th.
No, last year we were the 7. You advocated for us to be the 8 so we wouldn't have to play Denver, and they didn't listen to you. Remember?
Right.
So they got the 7 and they had to play Denver.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, that game's over. Did you have one eye on it?
Yep.
LeBron absolutely took over the game in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
There is no question who the big dog is on that team. It was really impressive.
It is. He is just.
I mean,
it's
both
mind-boggling what he's doing.
Both ends of the court. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I just find it amazing that he's able to do what he's doing at the age of 40. And
not until December 23rd.
If I was him, I'd take the year. It makes it even more impressive. 40 makes it really impressive. That's LeBron is going to be the anchor of that team, and in case you missed it, he's going to carry the flag into the opening ceremonies on Friday night in Paris. How much of the Olympics do you think you'll watch, John?
I normally watch a lot, but I don't know a whole lot. I'll watch the basketball games, men's and women's.
Yep.
I'll watch the golf because I think it's exciting.
Scheffler's playing. Not Scheffler. Schauffele's playing.
Is the reigning gold medalist, U.S. gold medalist. And I love track and field during the Summer Olympics, so I'll watch some of that. Other than that, I used to watch everything like the gymnastics and the swimming. I'm a little over that, but
I will
watch some.
I'll watch the gymnastics. I'll watch the track and field for sure. I personally love the swimming. I think Katie Ledecky is going to have a great Olympics. And the basketball is great. You know what is weird that I actually am excited about? Breakdancing. Breakdancing is at the Olympics this year.
Oh, please.
I watched some video of it. I don't even know how guys do what these guys are doing. It's mind-blowing. You got to just Google Olympics breakdancing, and you will be amazed at what guys are able to do. I was just blown away. It's better than the horse dancing. Have you seen the horse dancing?
No.
Oh, my God. Google dressage, and you will see that horses can dance exactly to the beat of music. It is amazing. Bergman, you look at me with this smirk like I don't know what I'm talking about. Look at the horse dancing.
No, I know what dressage is. Like it was been in it before, right? This isn't the first year.
Oh, no, there's always been horse dancing at the Olympics. Horses need to dance.
Of course they do. I like the whole breakdancing thing. That's cool. I don't need to see horses dancing. I don't need to see animals dancing in general. Have you ever seen those dogs that get up on their hind legs and then they do samba or something like that?
At the Olympics. Yeah,
no, they're not. But I've seen videos of dogs dancing on their hind legs, and it's terrifying.
Horses got to dance.
I don't need horses dancing.
Speaking of which, Ireland, you know where I'm going to? I've got a couple of days coming up. You've got a couple. I've got a couple of days, Friday and Monday. You know where I'm going?
No.
I'm going to a dude ranch, Ireland.
Why?
Because I thought it would be an
epic
interesting adventure, an epic adventure.
You are going to sleep in a tent?
No, we have a cabin.
Okay.
We have a cabin for this. And, of course, there's no internet on the entire property. None. Zero. Zip. Which is the scariest part of this. But I'm going to be...
You'll find a way to make fantasy baseball trades from your phone.
I don't know. This one's going to be tricky. It's out in the middle of nowhere, this dude ranch. And so I'm going to wake up. I'm going to work the lasso a little bit. And there's a calf that I'm probably going to rope.
So you think you've been cast in City Slickers or something?
Yes, I've been cast in City Slickers.
Just don't meet Curly. You don't want to get sad.
No, that guy's tough. Remember that Jack Palance played curly? Right, Jack Palance?
Yes, Jack Palance, yeah.
He ended up doing all those push-ups at the Oscars that year.
One-handed push-ups.
One-handed push-ups,
Yeah.
Jack Palance, yeah. It was great. So anyway, I'm going, I won the Horsemanship Award at Divine Word Camp when I was in 4th grade, so this is picking up where I left off.
What entails winning the Horsemanship Award?
Not
falling off the horse?
Horses just kind of dig me. They listen to me. I develop a connection with the horse. Here's the bad thing about it. Because, I'm already thinking about the Instagram picture, right? The bad thing about it, you have to wear a helmet when you're riding the horse. Now, nobody looks cool wearing a safety helmet on a horse.
I used to ride big wheels barefoot down steep hills with no helmet.
This, by the way, is exactly what I said. What I remember being on horses in the past. We went up in the over the hill into the valley, and we didn't have helmets on.
You think John Wayne would have worn a helmet? Hell no.
The camp that I go to, they now make you wear a helmet when you go on the horse.
That's so
it's
lame.
It is a safety precaution for them.
I'm going to get a gigantic hat that fits over the helmet.
A 10-gallon hat?
10-gallon
hat that goes over.
Just so I can wear a cowboy hat. Exactly. All right, coming up next for you, John, this is interesting. Greatest college football venues in America. There's a brand new list out. I want to get you and Bergman and Brian to take a crack at it. We'll do it coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis and Sliwa.
All the way live from LA Live. Coming up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
The best grill is charcoal. I just don't use charcoal often. That's the best answer, and it's no question about it. Charcoal is mesquite. The coal, getting it to burn slow and to cook clearly the meat is better. Whatever you're cooking, you'll be cooking fish, meat, or steak, whatever it is. But it's clearly better. The taste is better. I'm just typically not using charcoal because of the time.
Yeah, but there's a big but in there. A big but. Mm-hmm. You got to get real charcoal or real wood chips if you're going to do it. Those bricks that you get at like the liquor store, your food tastes like Chevron, right? Like the whole thing tastes like oil and chemicals and gas.
It's the Mid-Morning Spectacular.
Don't miss Travis Slee, live from LA Live.
710 ESPN.
Hey kids, Uncle Artie here from Pernia Law, here to tell you about a newer sponsorship deal with Matt Barnes, who has deep LA roots, former Bruin and pro basketball player for both LA teams.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
At Carden Alleyway Hyundai, the sizzling summer sales event is on now. Lease a new 2024 Hyundai Elantra SCL for only $249 a month plus tax for 36 months on approved credit. Plus get peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and the Hyundai Assurance Program. Carden Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway in the Corona Auto Center or CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. Lease for $249 plus tax. License and fee to well-qualified buyers. 36-month lease. 10K miles per year. $34.99 due at signing. Not all buyers will qualify. Down payment may be required. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 07/31/2024.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Cap, and I want to talk to you about my favorite app, Prize Picks. I want you to download the Prize Picks app, use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. They will match your first deposit 100% up to $100. So if you put in 100, they'll put in 100, you'll have 200, and then you, me, and 5 million other people are all going to play Prize Picks. It is the best time now because we're moving into the summer sports. So this is America's #1 fantasy sports app, and it is game on. And so as we go into the summer, basketball season is behind us. But wait a second, is it? Because I'm going to play WNBA every night. I'm going to play baseball every night, and I'm going to try my best to turn just $10 into $1,000 because I'm going to play all 6. I'm going to build my lineup. It takes like 60 seconds, and you're going to build your lineup. All you have to do is pick your favorite players, pick more or less on their player projections, and let's go have a good time, and let's all be winners. Prize Picks. Download the app, use my code CAPPY, and let's all play on Prize Picks.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
NFL Plus Premium is your ticket to the NFL offseason.
With the first pick in the NFL Draft.
Catch all your favorite offseason coverage and stream exclusive content from the NFL Draft, training camp, free agency, and more. Relive the biggest plays from the season with full and condensed game replays.
He's in! Touchdown!
Plus, stay connected with 24/7 football news and coverage on NFL Network. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com. Terms and conditions apply.
And it is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
It's almost football season, like 40 or so days till USC opens up against LSU at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. That'll be the first
You hear
time.
what Paul Feinbaum said yesterday?
Yeah, screw Paul Feinbaum. I actually have this on my list. Paul Feinbaum's such a
Well, I just thought it was weird.
negative hater, hates everything on the West
but
Coast.
He just what he is he tells the truth. So if you're a fan of a certain team and he gets on your team, you don't like him. But he doesn't say anything that's factually wrong.
Well, he's an SEC guy.
Right.
When you say what he said, which specifically things?
That if Lincoln Riley gets fired, USC should hire Deion Sanders.
He also called for Lincoln Riley to be fired.
Yeah, actually, here's...
Wait, by the way, if Lincoln has another season like last year, he probably will be fired.
Since we're going down this road, this is what Paul Feinbaum actually said. If you look at the reality, the number of players bailing on Lincoln Riley in Southern California is startling. I always thought he was a really good coach, especially in the offensive side, but I don't think anyone today views him in the same realm. Quite frankly, I think he'll be out of Southern California at the end of the season. It's a matter of whether he crashes and burns or whether he decides he has got to seek elsewhere. But I don't think there is any way he is going to be successful out there. I think that train has left the station. That is, I'm sorry, that's over the top for when a season hasn't even started yet. And by the way, they have the toughest schedule in the country. We went over it. Number one toughest schedule in the country.
Right, but you're still predicting that they
9
win
wins.
10 games.
9 wins.
You know, I mean,
9 wins.
You're not honest about USC. You're like me with the Lakers.
No, I don't work for him. I can say whatever the hell I want.
And you say that Lincoln Riley is still a good coach?
Yeah, I think it's 2 years is way too. Wait a minute, you're arguing for Deshaun Foster to have like 9 years to try to get credible.
Don't fire
Lincoln
him after
Riley's entering year 3.
Well, but Lincoln Riley was head coach at Oklahoma for 8 years before that.
Right, but the point is you don't
Deshaun
write.
Foster's never been a head coach until now.
You don't write somebody off while they're laying a foundation for a program. I mean, Feinbaum's got something on the West. He never has anything nice to say about any schools on the West Coast. He just doesn't believe there's football here.
Well, I don't think he spends any time out here. But here's the thing with Lincoln Riley. I think he is bordering on brilliant offensive mind. I think he is like one of the best offensive coaches in the country. And I think that by hiring D'Anton Lynn as his defensive coordinator.
Is it D'Anton or Danton?
Greg, how do you pronounce it?
I think it's Danton Lynn.
Danton.
Okay, so by hiring him as a defensive coordinator, I'm encouraged that he at least is beginning to understand you can't just outscore everybody. Because up until now, he's been Mike D'Antoni.
Right.
His attitude was, we don't need to play defense because no one's going to outscore us. And Lincoln made that work at Oklahoma. He had with Caleb Williams won the Heisman. He made it work at USC. But you have to pay some attention to the defense.
Well, they paid a great deal of attention to the defense during this offseason through the transfer portal. They basically took UCLA's secondary from last year. I think 2 or 3 guys came over from the secondary.
Right. They should be better. But if they're not, I agree with Feinbaum. I think he's in trouble.
What is the record that gets him in trouble?
Anything less than 8 wins. And 8 is probably for some USC fans not enough.
Well, 8 was what they had last year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And now people are starting to talk about, he has a 10-year, $100 million contract.
But do you think it's mitigated by the fact that he is the number one toughest schedule in the country?
No, USC fans don't care. USC fans expect their teams to. Number one, USC never ducks anybody. They
Oh, of course not.
And so you
never have. I mean, their non-conference games are LSU and Notre Dame.
Right.
Nobody's doing that.
If you take the USC head coaching job, you can't cry what you just cried.
I don't think I'm saying it. I don't think he would ever say it. I'm saying it. I'm saying that you have to grade to some degree on the curve when you've got trips coming up to Michigan, and I mean really tough spots. There are going to be losses
if
in
he
there.
wins 6 games?
No, I don't think he's going to win 6 games.
But do you think he survives if he does?
Do I think he survives if he does?
It's a lot of money to walk away from. They would owe him like it would be like that Jimbo Fisher contract.
It kind of depends what it looks like.
That's true. That's a good point.
I mean, if they're getting blown out, absolutely.
And by the way, I think I'm glad you brought this up. I think that if you're a USC fan and you invest and you kind of fit this description, Mace, your mood is set for the weekend on how USC performs. So, like, one of the best games I've ever seen in person, I sat next to you, USC Texas, when they lost.
Amazing game, yeah.
But nobody at the end of that said Pete Carroll can't coach. All right? At the end of that game when Lincoln Riley lost in the Cotton Bowl to Tulane, everybody was saying, does he know what he's doing? And so how he wins and loses makes a key difference. If he's competitive in every game, but let's say he goes 6-6, but every game is decided by a field goal. All 6 losses, he had a chance to win. I think he could survive.
And did they give up a lot of points or not a lot of points?
If the games are competitive, if like you and I always say, if 1 or 2 plays could have swung it the other way, then I think he survives it. By the way, I'll say this. I don't think if USC fires Lincoln Riley, good luck getting another guy. Because, you brought him out, you gave him a $100 million contract, and now you gave up on him after 3 years. So there's a lot of decisions to be made if he struggles this year.
Yeah. I think defensively they're going to make a big leap.
They have to.
Yeah. Last year they were, they were 118th out of 123.
And the fact that they still won 7 games, it tells you how good their offense
and
was.
UCLA finished 8th in expected points allowed.
And that
was Danton Lynn in his first year at UCLA.
Right.
That
was
was all
second year.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the defensive coordinator for 2 years, Greg?
No, it was his first year.
Was his
first year? Yeah, they were 111th the year before Danton Lynn, and then last year they were top 10.
I don't know what USC's defensive line looks like and the linebackers. The guys that you brought over, they were pretty good, but the strength of the UCLA defense was on the line and linebacker. It was not on the sides.
But I would argue that they've got returning players like Jamil Muhammad and Mason Cobb, and they got the guy from Oregon State.
Terrible.
They got the guy from Oregon State.
Pretty bad.
No, they are a credible defense with the right coordinator.
They were not
with the right coordinator. They will
You
succeed.
just said they were 111. That's not a credible defense.
Last year.
Right.
I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about this year, right?
Yeah,
no.
Right, but Mace, remember last year we said this too. They said, look at all these. They went out and got all these defensive guys out of the transfer portal. And then they were terrible. So, I mean.
Yeah, but how much of that is coordinator?
Well, and to that point.
How much of that is just that guy hanging around Lincoln Riley for all those years, not doing anything?
Right. And also think about this. I think because they lost 6 games last year, that even Lincoln understands it now. I think before he thought they could just outscore anybody.
Yeah, they're still going to be, they'll be a top 20 offense, just period.
You have no idea what this quarterback is going to do.
I know that Lincoln Riley is an offensive genius.
He is a first-time starter in the Big Ten.
He could have had Will Howard from Kansas State. He could have had any of those quarterbacks that were transferring around, and he said, no, I'm with Miller Moss. So I think Miller Moss is going to be good.
He could be good, but the fact is that he's going into the Big Ten in a place that is usually defensive-oriented.
Can I just say, I thought last year the Pac-12 was a better conference than the Big Ten.
Pac-12 is the best conference in the country.
Yeah, I mean, they played in a tougher conference last year than they're going to play in this year.
Not defensively. They were good offensively, but not defensively. The Big Ten is typically a much stronger defensive conference. Is that not true? They are usually very good on defense.
Sure.
So he's going into that as a first-time starter, going up against the big boys, against Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. Those are all very tough games. So I wouldn't just go right and say this offense is going to be amazing.
Hey, Mace, you should go to that Michigan SC game in Ann Arbor on September 21st.
I'm thinking about it.
That'd be unbelievable.
Now, I haven't been to I was at the Big House when I was at Bowling Green. We would go up there. And it's a great town. It's a fantastic college town. It really is.
It holds like 110,000 people. Right?
That's week 3 of the season, I think.
Yeah, well, they have they open up against LSU, then they play Utah State at the Coliseum. The LSU game's in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm going to be at that. I'm going to that game.
Then they play at the Coliseum against Utah State, and then they go to Ann Arbor.
September 21, Ann Arbor. And some of these games, like Wisconsin at the Coliseum, Penn State at the Coliseum.
Well, they've got a win streak built into the middle of the schedule. I don't know if you've looked at the whole schedule.
Yeah,
but,
I have.
When they get to October, they play at Minnesota. They'll win that. Penn State, but they get them at the Coliseum.
Maryland,
they'll win that. Rutgers, they'll win that.
At Washington is tough, althoh Penix Jr.'s gone.
But October's going to be a good month for them.
Yeah. I think that's an 9-win team.
Well, they better be
7,
because if they win 7, you're going to be able to hear the drum beat.
Wait, you're going to hear it from me if they win 7.
You'll call for his head? You just said you wouldn't call for his head.
No, if they have a bad season, I will absolutely. I mean, John, you said 6 wins. If they have a 6-win season, I totally get it. I just don't think they're going to.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think they're going to win 6 games.
All right, coming up next for you, the thing that we were going to do that we didn't get to because we got into that other thing. That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, did you know it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open position? That's almost 2.5 months. And if you're hiring for a growing business, you don't have that kind of time. I got some advice for you. Stop waiting. Start using ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. Or as my buddy Ian Siegel, who invented ZipRecruiter, says, they don't leave anything to chance. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. How fast is ZipRecruiter? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? Go to that exclusive web address to try it for free, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Coming up today at 4 p.m.
It's the LA Afternoon Takeover with Sedano and Cap.
So good. Grape soda.
Don't act like you know anything about grape soda. You don't know nothing about no grape soda, dog.
Here we go, man.
You know, orange soda's great, too. Who loves orange soda?
Love orange soda.
Cal loves orange soda.
Don't you celery soda? You like that?
What?
I don't know what celery soda is.
I thought that was like a Jewish thing, no?
I don't think it is. Not at the synagogue I go to. We don't drink celery soda. It's like, I don't know. What should I have? Coke? Diet Coke? Sprite? I don't know. This celery soda looks pretty damn good.
I've seen them at the delis. That's why, man.
No, dog. Ain't no celery soda. There's like Dr. Brown's like cherry, freaking black cherry soda.
Celery soda.
Celery soda. I see him at the delis.
See, man. Seriously.
Sedano and Cap every weekday after Mason and Ireland
on 710 ESPN.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
NextGen is the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right, NextGen is the absolute best in the biz and has thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Right now, you can get an $88 drain cleaning. That's right, an $88 drain cleaning, and they'll add in a free plumbing camera inspection. So, if you're sick of dealing with a slow drain, just call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN and say goodbye to all of your AC heating or plumbing problems. NextGen NextGen includes water, plumbing, heater, and AC safety inspections. Prioritize the safety of your loved ones at home. NextGen is the only name you need to remember for a safe, comfy home. And if you're concerned about the air quality in your home or have allergy problems, call NextGen and breathe easy with indoor air quality solutions to fit any budget. That's 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule online today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGen.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Song of the summer. Clear cut this year. This is Kendrick Lamar.
What's it called?
They not like us.
Not like us.
Not like us.
Not like us.
Riley was listening to it, and I was like, I was singing the songs I know, and she goes, no, you're not allowed to sing that, Dad. I'm like, look, Riley, you're 12, okay?
right.
Put a sock in it, kid.
This is not your song, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so ESPN has released a list of the top 25 college football stadiums. They,
let's see if Bergman and I and Brian can get the top 5.
Okay, I'll give you the background. They talked to 14 ESPN college football writers. Each listed their top 20 stadiums. Stadiums were given 20 points for first place votes, 10 points for second place, so on. So there were a total of 42 stadiums suggested. I have got the top 10 college football stadiums in America.
So, John,
okay.
got to go with the easy 2 first, right? Ohio State, the horseshoe.
No, I don't think. See, Greg, here's something weird. And Mason, well, he has the answer, so he can't back me up. I am telling you, if you ever meet anyone from outside of California, they rave about the Rose Bowl. And I'm not just saying this because UCLA plays there.
I love the Rose Bowl, so I'm in.
Rave about it. And every year, Mace, one of the top 5 has got to be the Rose Bowl.
I agree.
Number 2.
Wow. Okay.
No, I didn't think it'd be that high.
But can I be honest? I told Bergman this earlier when this came
wrong.
up. The Rose Bowl is great once you're in it. It is such a pain in the ass to get into. I avoid going. The last time I was there was for SC UCLA.
Like 2 years ago, right?
The year Small Hands
DTR.
You guys quit picking on DTR, man.
So anyway,
Kill
Rose
to have
Bowl.
DTR right
Rose Bowl
now.
number 2. If you want to go, just park on the 9th hole. Wander around. Hopefully you wind up inside the stadium. Long tunnels. Longer tunnels than USC.
It's
all right,
beautiful.
so we're 1 for 1. Greg, another one we were talking about
The Big
earlier
House.
in the show. Big House. Totally agree.
Yeah.
I think Michigan, it holds like 110,000 people. Mace, that's our second guess. Michigan Stadium.
Number 3.
Okay, so I think one of them is going to be, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but Nebraska's stadium.
Not anymore. Used to be.
It
I
was
think,
such
but wait a minute.
people love going there.
Isn't by default, don't we have to pick Notre Dame? Everybody that goes to Notre Dame
Oh,
says it's
yeah,
like the greatest
touchdown
thing in the
Jesus
world.
and all that
Brian, what do you
stuff.
think?
I'm on the Notre Dame train.
All right,
It
Notre
is
Dame, Mace.
one of the coolest stadiums I've ever been to, and it is number 4, Notre Dame.
We only got to get 2 more.
So you got Rose Bowl 2, Michigan 3, Notre Dame 4.
So you got to think, it's not the horseshoe? Ohio State?
I'm kind of on board with Ohio State.
Would the horseshoe be better than like LSU or Wisconsin.
I don't even know what
or-
the LSU or Wisconsin Stadium is like or called.
I've been to LSU. LSU's unbelievable. But if you guys want to go Ohio Stadium, let's go there. Ohio Stadium, Mace.
Number 7.
Okay, so we're doing 10. Top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
Oh,
Okay.
that changed it. Well, then, Greg,
Yeah.
if we're doing top 10, then both of those ones I mentioned have got to be in there.
Both of them?
Have you seen the jump around thing at Wisconsin?
No.
I
Yeah,
would-
you're right. Yeah, okay, you are right. Yes.
Yeah, that is the coolest tradition in college football. Give me Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, number 8.
Okay. So I went there, so I'm maybe a little biased, but it's a beautiful, beautiful stadium. It's overlooking the Flatirons. Boulder it's a beautiful stadium. I don't know if it's on
do
there.
you think football when
with
you go
well
there?
with Deion Sanders there, yes, I do think football, and it is a gorgeous stadium because
All right, let's table that. Let me throw one at you guys, but I don't know if it's a big enough deal. to be
Alabama
both-
Stadium.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's got to be because of Saban. Yeah. Alabama, Mace.
Bryant-Denny Stadium, number 9.
Yep.
Okay, no strikes. We're doing good.
Yes. We're only
Okay.
missing like 3.
We're only missing
Getting
3?
tougher now.
Yeah.
You're missing
But we're
number 1, by the
number
way.
1, so that one's got to be obvious, right? It's got to be something.
Well,
like
I'll tell you what the most beautiful stadium I've ever been to is.
Penn State.
Oh, Penn State will be in the top 10. I don't know if it'll be number 1, but it'll be in the top 10 for sure. Penn State, Mace.
Beaver Stadium, number 5.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, if we get this without any strikes, how great would that be?
You're missing number 1.
So the good teams, you have to go.
Okay,
the
I
big
think
teams.
I gotta pick for number 1.
Oklahoma.
No. Have you ever? I've never been there, but everybody that says they go to Tennessee, where Peyton Manning played, is like a
that's
religious
a
experience.
really, really good one. I like that one.
All right, I think that could be number 1. Mace, Tennessee.
Neyland Stadium at the University of Tennessee, number 10.
10. Okay, so
Well,
we're missing
we didn't,
one.
we didn't get
and-
a strike.
How have we not gotten one?
Are we only missing number 1?
You're missing number 1. You're missing number 6. You're missing number 8.
Okay.
Is it like somewhere in Florida, like Florida or Florida State? South Carolina was a beautiful stadium. By
Yeah,
the
but
way,
those
when I
aren't
went
big
there.
enough
Yeah.
football
I know that's what I'm
schools.
trying to think of.
Okay, now here's one. You guys tell me
Florida.
because this is the most beautiful.
Miami?
No, I don't think so. This is the most beautiful stadium I've ever been to in person, but I don't know if it's a big enough football school to be on the list. Greg, have you ever been to Husky Stadium in Seattle?
No,
where you can tailgate in the boats.
DeMarco raves about it though, so I would.
But do you think it's a big enough football school to be on the list?
Is it? What is his time frame? Like, is it over the last 5 years?
Just the poll was just done.
Just done.
Greatest
so maybe,
college football venue.
So Washington could be in there. I don't know.
Either
Can we table that one too?
Yeah. Okay. But now you got me thinking about Florida again.
Yeah.
I
would
what
go
about
Florida State or Florida.
What about the swamp in Florida? That's worth a guess.
I would go Florida. I
That
would
could be
100%
number
go
8
Florida.
if we're still missing number 8. All right, give us the swamp, Mason, Florida.
Not there.
All right, let's strike 1.
I'm sure it scored high, but not there.
Do we have enough SEC schools? Like we said Alabama.
We said Alabama.
We
we
said
got it.
Tennessee.
I think we should try Washington just because it's so freaking beautiful,
Yeah, I
and
like it.
we can't go out, right?
DeMarco does rave about
Okay,
it. Okay,
Husky Stadium, Mace.
Number 6.
Okay, there you go.
So we're only missing 8 and 1.
Yes.
8 and 1.
Is it okay when we get to one strike maybe? But all right, so some other places in the SEC or in the Big Ten.
Well, if
did we say the horseshoe yet?
You're missing. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
did.
we got the horseshoe.
You're missing number 1.
I know.
Greg, you said SEC.
Yeah.
All right. If we subscribe to your SEC theory, I've been there. The most insane stadium in the SEC is LSU.
Okay.
I just don't know if that would be on this list.
Number 1, Death Valley. Are you kidding me? It's got a nickname.
That is number 1?
Yeah, number 1.
You did say LSU earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, so we're only missing 1.
Okay, what about Auburn because of that the whole
Yeah, good
Auburn.
guess.
Auburn. No.
Oh, so we've what? Give us.
I'm trying to. I don't think you've named.
Probably not. Give us the conference.
No. Give us the part of the country we're missing.
East
is it
East or West?
West or Midwest?
Yeah.
Midwest, or as they like to say in politics, Blue Wall.
Okay.
I got a one stadium on my mind here is Iowa, especially with the whole, St. Jude's Children's Hospital right there.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
do that thing every game, but I don't know if it's
All right.
big enough.
Do we have 2 strikes?
We have
Yeah,
two
two
strikes,
strikes.
so we only have one shot left.
I don't. But you know what? Brian's good at this stuff. I say, Greg, we try it.
Let's go. We're going with you, Brian.
All right.
Oh, Brian, how
Hey,
dare you? Out.
Boo! Never listen to me again,
This man.
What was number 8?
It was Wisconsin.
Oh, you
He
did
said
say
Wisconsin.
Oh, we did.
Oh, then
Wisconsin.
did Did you say
No,
Wisconsin?
no, we didn't make the guess.
No, we did.
No,
I
no,
said
you
jump
tabled
around.
it. You tabled
Oh,
it.
no. Oh, I tabled it.
Greg tabled it.
That was
You
awesome.
tabler.
Total table job.
We had it, Bergman.
We did. You had it. You called it out too.
Damn.
Wisconsin.
But,
By the way, that's where Mark Cate's son Brady went to school.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever? Okay,
Wisconsin is a fantastic
Well, you
college
guys
town.
gotta Google
Madison,
it.
so good.
you guys got to Google this. ESPN did a 10-minute feature for Game Day on House of Pain's jump around and
Right.
how it started, and it is surreal. They at the end of the third quarter, Brian, find House of Pain and play it when you find it. When the beginning of that song is really recognizable, it's got this right here.
Yeah.
Turn it up. And so everybody in the whole stadium, including the players, starts jumping up and down. And it's like 100,000 people at once jumping up and down. And they brought in the lead singer from House of Pain to do it live one year. And Fox was doing the game. And like Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt and Jenny Taft are jumping up and down. It is the coolest tradition in college football.
Very cool.
It's unbelievable. So Google that and watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, there are a couple of those towns back there that I get to go to. State College is a fantastic college town where Penn State is. Michigan, Ann Arbor is a great college town. Madison is a great college town. Ohio State is not a great college town. Ohio State is like, it's the city. Right, you're right in the middle of the city of Columbus, so it's not a college town in that sense. It's just part of the city. Now, I got to tell you, Ohio State football is like religion back there.
Oh, yeah.
It is above.
Wasn't your brother in that cult?
My brother is just like, and by the way, never went there, and it just happens to be from Ohio, and it's like the state team. Crazy about it. All right, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool coming up next. Bergman has got some stuff, and Brian's got some stuff. It's Ireland in Idaho and me just here in L.A. 710 ESPN.
The L.A. Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season in only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Hey, it's Travis.
And Slee. By now you have heard about our good friends at the law office of Joseph S. Normand.
When my son Bobby was in an accident, we called Joe and he hit it out of the park. That's why I trust Joe.
No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to them can and will be used against you. Joe and his team will treat you like family, get you the medical attention you need, and the max compensation you deserve.
Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com.
The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Listen to Mason and Ireland more at 1 p.m.
And yes, it's around 2:45 in the Southland. You know what we do each weekday at 2:45. What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so John Harbaugh was asked about criticism on Lamar Jackson this morning and had a really long answer. But what I took out of it was this quote. The vision that we have together is that Lamar Jackson is going to become and be known and be recognized as the greatest quarterback ever to play in the history of the NFL. Your reaction, John?
Then don't be 2-4 in the playoffs. NFL greatness in quarterbacks is determined by your postseason. That's why Tom Brady statistically isn't better than Peyton Manning or Dan Marino, but he's the greatest quarterback of all time because he delivers championships. Mace, I love Lamar Jackson. He's one of my favorite players to watch. I think he's supremely talented. If you're that guy, if you want to be in the discussion of best quarterback of all time, you can't be 2-4 in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, here's what John Harbaugh is doing. He's pumping up his guy, right?
Right.
He's like, there's a lot of criticism. I don't know what he was specifically reacting to. Like, was there a particular thing that was said that set John Harbaugh off? Because he was pretty animated during this contention.
He was asked about criticism on Lamar Jackson.
So and he did a 2-minute rant.
2.5 minute, yeah.
Yeah. Look, Lamar Jackson is not the greatest quarterback to ever play the game, and he will not be the greatest quarterback to ever play the game.
He's not the greatest quarterback right now.
Yeah, he's right. Exactly. He's not even the best quarterback right now. So
he's close. Who would you guys take number one if you could take any quarterback?
Mahomes. I don't think there's any debate.
No, I agree. Mahomes is one. Who's two?
It could be Lamar.
That's what I'm saying. It could be Josh Allen.
No,
could be Jalen Hurts. Could be Matthew Stafford.
It could be Matthew Stafford. I agree with that.
But I'm not saying he's in that discussion. But not number one. He's not in the Mahomes, Brady, Manning discussion yet because he's been bad in the postseason.
Right. Yeah, you got to win when it matters, when all eyes are on you, and he has not done that.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. So on this day, July 22nd, 4 years ago, 2020, is the day Mookie Betts signed his 12-year extension, $365 million, signed with the Dodgers through 2032. Another 8 years with Mookie. Kind of crazy when you think about it. When all is said and done, when you look back on this Mookie Betts trade from Boston and then the 12-year extension, how impactful will Mookie be in a Dodgers franchise? Will he be the all-time great?
I think so. Yeah. Matter of fact, one of the great mysteries, Mason, in my lifetime is how in the world, I don't care that it was going to be a lot of money. I can't believe the Red Sox traded Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
He was, at the time they traded him, he was an MVP, a 5-time Gold Glover. And since he's been here, I think more of him as a player because he can switch positions. Nobody knew he could play infield.
Right.
And if he can stay healthy, I think he has a chance to go down one of the great Dodgers of all time. I love watching him play. I think he's great in the room. I cannot believe the Red Sox let that guy get away. I'm Team Mookie all the way.
And by the way, he's a great broadcaster, too. If you hear him in the booth, he is so engaging.
Nothing
and
about him
smart.
I don't like.
I do love, and I think he will go down as one of the greatest Dodgers in history. And you're right. He's here for another 8 years.
And Greg, if it wasn't for Shohei,
Yeah.
I think he would be the Dodgers' best offensive and defensive player.
100%.
I think he'd be both.
Yeah, he is all of it. He is the closest thing to a 5-tool player outside of Shohei.
And yet, when is he coming back?
He's supposed to come back in the middle of August.
He's not the worry. He's not the worry, Mace. Yamamoto is who you should be worried about.
Well, I don't know if Yamamoto's going to make it back.
Yeah, they're talking about him being done for the year.
Well, he's saying he wants to be back, and he's throwing from 200 feet now.
Yeah, he started throwing.
Yeah, he started throwing, so hopefully middle of
August.
And
he says he's not experiencing any pain or impingement right now.
Yeah.
Brian, you mentioned the contract, and those numbers are pretty staggering what the Dodgers offered him. I think by the end of that contract, Mookie's going to end up being underpaid because of the way salaries are going through the roof now. I don't know if he has an opt-out, but if he doesn't, the Dodgers got a deal for 12 years, $365. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think he is a bargain, especially in the context of Shohei Ohtani and some of these gigantic contracts.
Besides being a great player, he's just a great guy. I mean, there's just nothing about him that's negative.
You know what I like? This is weird. I like that little baseball bat he wears.
The little necklace?
The little necklace with the baseball bat. Apparently,
Do you guys know that
some kid gave that to him, and it became like part of what he wears every day.
Do you guys know that apparently he is a world-class bowler?
Yes.
Like he bowled 300 4 or 5
Well,
times?
remember when we were going to have our team bonding thing at the bowling alley, Mookie was throwing his big celebrity thing, so we
Kicked
couldn't
us right
actually
out.
go in and kicked us
crashed
out.
it.
Mookie booed us.
And I still love him.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, $27 million a year for Mookie, that is a bargain.
Yep.
That is a good number.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, I saw this story this morning about an Olympic athlete that totally blew my mind. So, Australian field hockey player Matt Dawson had a broken finger and getting ready to play field hockey. They won the silver in the last Olympics, and they're favored to actually win the gold here in field hockey. So, broke his finger, and in order to still compete, he had part of his finger amputated.
Oh, no.
So he could still, participate in this Olympics coming up. Have you guys heard of something like this where a player...
Ronnie Lott.
The famous one is Ronnie Lott.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott was in a game, Brian. You were probably too young, but he was in a game, and his finger, they said, well, you fractured it, and you can't play anymore. And it was like the NFC Championship game.
He said, just chop it off.
He told the trainer to chop it off. So Ronnie Lott has one of his fingers shorter than the others because he just didn't want to come out of the game.
Wow, that was mid-game?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd never heard that.
Oh,
story.
yeah, just chop
and
it
if
off.
you ever meet Ronnie Lott, you'll see that one of his fingers is part of his fingers is missing.
So I think that's right there in the same category of the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. I kind of, hearing that is like, wow, what am I doing with mine? This guy's ready to give up. We talked about before, would you give up a foot for a World Series? This guy's actually doing it.
Actually giving away a finger.
Giving away a finger, yeah.
Exactly.
Brian, would you let me cut off part of one of your fingers for $1 million?
For $1 million.
Is he anesthetized and all that stuff,
Yes.
or is it just like...
It will not be painful, but when you wake up from this, you will not have part of your fingers, and I'll even make it easier on you. You get to pick the finger, so it wouldn't be an index finger. If you wanted to, I can cut off the tip of your pinky.
Oh, hell yeah.
For a Chargers Super Bowl?
But you
For $1
lose
million
it,
bucks.
Brian, you lose it above the joint. In other words, so look at your pinky. See how you have like 3 sections?
Right.
You lose the whole top section.
Right, that was where this guy cut it off, was like right at the knuckle, kind of.
Yeah.
So
you would do it for $1 million, Brian?
I'd do it for $1 million, yeah.
For $1 million.
Okay, just do it while we're on the air, okay, so we can get a bit out of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
you
it's gotta be
put up
cash.
the $1 million. You apparently have $1 million to throw around.
Not
Match it.
anymore.
I'm in with you, Brian. Let's just both do it. I'll even split it with you.
For $1
Actually, no, I
million,
wouldn't.
you
For $1
both
million?
chop off your fingers?
The top of your pinky?
By the way, I would do it for $1 million.
Of course.
For $1 million?
I wouldn't.
Oh, come
No,
on,
get
that
outta
finger's
here.
useless. I keep my middle finger.
Yeah, no.
I need
your
that.
pinky?
I need my index. I need my middle finger.
That would render you mute.
I need
if you lost.
I need
your
my
middle
ring finger, but pinkies are stupid. They're like baby toes. You don't need a pinky.
Cut it off. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
You'd be surprised how often you use the pinky, but
But you still have a pinky, though. It's just the top of it that you don't have.
Yeah, I can do without.
Yeah. For $1 million?
Easy.
Done.
Sign me up.
Now.
When are we doing it?
Get a knife.
Get a knife. Get
What's
a knife.
up, fool?
I got one more for you guys.
Okay.
Here. So today is World Brain Day. Everybody got to use that brain today. So I got a brain teaser for you. See if you guys can knock this out of the park here.
All
right. So you're in a room with 3 monkeys. One monkey has a banana. One has a stick. One has nothing. Who is the smartest primate?
One has a banana.
One has
a
a
stick.
stick. One has nothing. You are in the room. Who is the smartest primate?
Oh, I know the answer to this.
You do not.
I do.
All right.
I absolutely do.
You're not kidding? You think?
No,
you know
I
it?
really do know it.
What you got?
I am the smartest primate.
You're right. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I never would have got it. I was going to the guy with the banana's smart, but the guy with the stick could take the banana.
And I was just like smartest primate, and I'm in the room. Oh.
I never considered that it was me.
By the way, I hope it's you.
Right.
I hope you're smarter than the monkey with the banana.
They're very smart, these monkeys.
Oh, they are. They are. By the way, a lot of people. I put this out on Twitter that I am in my summer shred, and I put out there I'm taking branch chain amino acids. Is there anything else I should be taking? And I said I won't do steroids. And all these things. Creatine is a thing. Trenbolone. That
Why won't
sounds
you
like a
do
steroid.
steroids? A. Martinez does them.
Yeah, I like to do it natural.
Why?
Because I heard that first of all, there are lots of side effects to steroids that I'm not interested in.
Okay.
I don't need back knee.
Nobody's gonna know, and if they find out, you just deny it.
I would never. I would never. Now I'll take supplements and stuff, but I'm not taking the needle.
Well, here's the correct answer is because steroids, if you were successful and kids started to emulate you,
right? Correct.
It's very bad for kids.
Don't
to
be
take
like
steroids.
me. Don't be like. Well, kids should not be like me
But if you take
anyway.
them, like a lot of actors take them to get ready for movies.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people that suffer injuries take them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll get that PRP thing. No, I don't.
I mean, you're not getting drug tested before the Super Bowl. Do whatever you want.
That is absolutely true. I am not getting drug tested at all. All right, coming up next for you, John, we'll play a game of do you think this was a fair question? It's from a press conference situation in Major League Baseball. Guy asks a question. I want you to tell me if it's a fair question. That's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis and Sliwa.
All the way live from LA Live. Coming up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Real quick. Made an error.
Can I guess what the error is?
Yes.
Are we talking liquor?
Yes.
Oh, never an error.
Did you hit a one too many?
Yes.
Oh. You mixed it.
Yes.
Oh, amateur.
I know. I'm taking full responsibility for my.
This guy was doing $2 you call us or something.
So I have another couple of drinks at home.
Yeah.
And then we get to the show, and I'm going to have a beer at the show.
Two drink minimum. Let's go.
I get IPA, a strong one.
Nope.
It tasted really good.
Yeah, but you already had the martini in you.
Got another one.
He's committed, bro.
Then
Yeah.
got another one.
Yep.
Oh, you're done. 3 IPAs.
At 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
you're not.
It was awful.
bloated.
You're not an
No wonder he was hilarious.
It's the Mid-Morning Spectacular.
Don't miss Trav and Slee, live from LA Live.
710 ESPN.
Hey kids, Uncle Artie here from Pernia Law, here to tell you about a newer sponsorship deal with Matt Barnes, who has deep LA roots, former Bruin and pro basketball player for both LA teams.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Get your red on and enjoy Angels baseball from the comfort of a suite. Entertain guests with all-inclusive packages. Call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/suites.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
You know this one, John? You'd like this guy. Teddy Swims.
That's his name?
Teddy Swims, yeah. Good soul singer. I like his other... Bergman turned me on to him. His other big song is Bed on Fire. I really like Bed on Fire.
He's a whole bunch of good ones.
It's all like... This is like love-making music is what this
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah, he does. All right, so I came across this story that scares the living hell out of me. So do you know what a planet killer is?
No.
Okay. There is a 2-mile-wide planet killer asteroid that is going to...
Thanos?
That is headed towards Earth. It has been nicknamed the Colossal God of Chaos.
Okay.
Thanos.
It is going to fly less than 20,000 miles from Earth. Now, to put that in perspective, most satellites orbit around the world at 22,000 miles. So it will be closer than satellites. It is a 2-mile-wide planet-killing asteroid. Now, right now, they're saying it's going to just miss us. But I got a conspiracy theory, John.
Okay, what's that?
If we knew it was going to hit in 2029, which is when this asteroid's... Do you think they would tell us beforehand?
No, it would cause mass panic.
It would cause... Like, if somebody said, hey, this asteroid's going to hit in 2029, so have at it. I mean, the world would go to hell. They got to keep it a secret.
Isn't this what, like, Don't Look Up was kind of all about?
It was, yeah. It is it's the premise of Don't Look Up, yeah.
That they don't want to tell you because they don't want you to panic.
Although those people were just ignoring it.
Right. Well, there was as you know, I get all my good ideas from The West Wing.
Yeah.
And there was an episode of The West Wing where they declared that an asteroid was coming from Earth, and Josh Lyman says to his assistant Donna, "What you don't know is we get a warning like that once every 6 months. So apparently, it happens a lot."
I don't know. Colossal God of Chaos sounds scary to me. It is pretty crazy that it's going to be closer to us than satellites. That's actually kind of wild, 2029. All right, so Ireland, reporters in press conferences ask questions.
I've been in many, many, many of those.
And there was one that was interesting today. And this was Craig Counsell, the manager of the Cubs, talking about Christopher Morel, who's actually having a really, really good season for Chicago. And listen to the question that came up in this press conference.
Earlier in the game, just like the at-bats, thinking like the 7th inning with Morel, there's a tying run at second. He's looked like he was swinging for the lake there. I don't know. What do you think about some of those?
Come on, Jesse. Come on. That's your comment?
Well, yeah, I'm wondering about...
I think that's a bad take. I think that's a bad take. He's swinging for the lake. That's a bad take. It's a bad take.
Why is that? Why is that a bad
He's
take?
having a good at-bat trying to hit the ball hard. It didn't work. The pitcher made a good pitch. He made an out.
Okay.
So, did that reporter effectively do his job by getting a reaction, or was that over the line by suggesting that a player was swinging for the lake?
I think Craig Counsell's being overly sensitive, and I think he drew more attention to it with his answer than the question did. If Craig was upset with it, rather than attack the reporter personally, what he could have said is, well, I don't know how much you've been watching us this year, but all of our players swing for the lake. I mean, that's baseball in 2024. He was trying to make a good, big swing to get us back in the game, and he just didn't connect. So I don't agree that but to tell him it's a bad take, that's your comment. I think Counsell's being overly sensitive. What do you think?
It's the guy's got 18 homers this year. He probably is swinging for the lake.
Right.
I mean, that's his game. 18
by the
homers,
way,
51 RBIs.
Greg, wouldn't you say that's how you would? I mean, you do Blue Review every day. Isn't that what Max Muncy does on almost every swing?
Swinging from his heels.
Yeah, Max Muncy, Chris Taylor, but he doesn't really connect very often.
No.
But yeah, there's a ton of
But
guys
I think that's
that do
baseball in 2024. Launch angle, big swings, trying to make something happen.
Yeah. He's protesting too much. He actually thought the same thing, and he's like, no, that absolutely can't be the case.
Well, like Mace, you were saying it earlier in another context. Maybe he's just sticking up for his guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he is sticking up for his guy there.
Probably, but
yeah,
he was just.
But it is overly. It is overly. And if I'm Jesse, whoever the hell that is,
that's Jesse Rogers. He works for ESPN.
Oh, okay, Jesse Rogers. Yeah. He got a reaction.
Yep.
Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. All right, so I came across this, John, or Bergman did, I think. This is really interesting. JJ Redick says that the Lakers need a bruising center. This is according to Brian Windhorst. Windhorst says, I wouldn't rule out Jonas Valanciunas eventually ending up on the Lakers this year. That's all I'm going to say.
Valanciunas signed with the Wizards, right?
3-year deal with the Wizards.
I couldn't understand why the Lakers weren't more interested from the beginning on him. But maybe what Brian's saying is they couldn't give him the contract up front.
But
So
they may
now-
be able to trade for
Yeah.
the deal.
They may be able to get him mid-season and still stay under that second apron. I think he's a perfect fit for us.
Are you saying there's a little bit of collusion?
Well,
no, not collusion, but maybe like you got to stay under the cap. But by the way,
Lakers didn't tell Washington to sign Valanciunas
that's-
so they could later trade for
right,
him. That's
right.
not.
Hey, we're gonna
He's
trade for him
Brian's
down the
connecting
line.
Dots.
Yeah. Down
Although
the line, we'll trade.
Brian's dots are better than
I
most.
don't know.
Yeah,
I like
what-
it. I actually
what-
think that's a good.
Valanciunas
Good
did was
collusion
he
of
got
deal.
the best deal he could get in the market.
Right.
And now the Lakers have to adjust to that deal. But I wouldn't rule that out, and he's perfect for us.
Let me ask you something that I actually talked to Ramona about this. I want to bring it up with you. Do you think the second apron, I never thought I'd use the word apron so many times on the show, on the air. Do you think the second apron thing is a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
It's terrible because it's a de facto salary cap.
Right.
And I hate salary caps. So I understand why you need them because you want to keep your leagues competitive. But baseball doesn't have one, and they're competitive all the time. I think they get – if I was running the NBA, if I was Adam Silver, I'd get rid of the second apron. Just throw it out.
Here's what Silver says. What I'm hearing from teams, even as the second apron is moving to kick in, the teams are realizing these are real teeth in those provisions. I don't know how to view this, but I know reports have come out this summer that the summer was boring from a fan standpoint. I don't certainly think it was. We still saw a lot of critically important players moving from one team to another as free agents, but at the same time, I think this new system, while I don't want it to be boring, I wanted to put teams in a position, 30 teams, to better compete. I think we're on our way to doing that. Isn't it as likely to hurt a smaller team as it is a bigger team?
Look, Adam's a wizard with words. He's really good. Read between the lines on that statement, and he's not a fan of it either. All right? What the second apron does is it limits player movement.
Yes.
You have less player movement is good. Trades are good. Anytime, think about it. Every time the Lakers make a trade, think how excited we get. And or even in the trades we don't like, we'll say, it'll give us content for 2 weeks because fans love player movement.
Yeah.
Fans love trades. Fans love hope. Anything that extinguishes player movement and or hope is a bad thing. So get rid of the second apron. I understand. Find a different way to do it. But
you can see why the owners want it.
Of course.
Although it becomes tricky. Like, look at Ballmer. Ballmer, I'm sure, would have signed Paul George if he knew that he could and wouldn't fall into the second apron. And it's not a money. That's what people are confused about. It's not a money thing necessarily if you go into the
It takes away your options.
Takes away your mid-level exception, takes away your ability to make trade. It can affect draft picks. I mean, all this stuff. That's why he's saying there's teeth in these provisions. I don't think it's good for the game. I think it has been a dull summer. The offseason generally is like really fun and crazy. We get excited about that one day when it's all going to break loose. And now because of the second apron, we don't get that second season for the NBA.
Wouldn't if you get rid of the second apron, just get rid of a salary cap in general? Isn't a salary floor better than the best way to keep everything competitive?
Yeah, and by the way, you would still have the first apron, and you would still have financial penalties. Here's what I don't like.
Yeah, you're nailing it. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't mind financial penalties. All right, if you want to make a team pay for going over the cap, go ahead and do it. But what changed everything is when you started taking away those things you were just talking about. You started taking away mid-level exceptions. You started taking away the ability to make more trades. Any rule I made would increase player movement.
Yeah.
As a team owner, I would want to have the ability to go out and change my roster more easily. As a player, I would want more options to go to other teams. Player movement is good for both sides. I think the needle they need to thread is find out a way they can protect the owners to make sure that Steve Ballmer doesn't just buy every great contract in the league and have a $2 billion payroll. Right. But don't limit their options. Don't take away exceptions. Don't limit trades. Don't limit draft picks.
Just make them pay like hell.
Exactly.
Make it very punitive financially to go into the second apron.
And only financially.
Right. None of the other stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that they've opened a can of worms here that they should close. And I don't like it. I know I've talked to a lot of people around the league that don't like it. Again, player movement is good for fans, for players, for teams. They should make it easier.
Let me ask, this is a little wonky, but when you talk about the second apron, they've added this in the middle of a collective bargaining agreement. Why wouldn't you have to reopen a CBA to set what is exactly a de facto salary cap?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know what the answer is. I think the only time you have to reopen a CBA is if you were to limit the percentage of money that the players get. Right now it's like 50-50.
50-50, yeah.
If you were to say, so whatever the system is, the players get 50% of it.
Yep.
If you were to say, now the players have to go to 48% because the owners aren't making enough money, that's when you'd have to open the CBA. But I think they found a creative way to basically put in a de facto salary cap without calling it a cap.
Right.
They call it an apron.
Exactly. All right, coming up next for you, where you watch the NBA is up in the air right now, and LeBron leads Team USA to victory versus Germany as they get ready for the Olympics. Got all that stuff coming up for you. In the meantime, oh man, I love Commerce Casino. This is my home for poker, and it's the largest poker room in the entire world. I was talking to my brother last week, and he's like, "Man, you play at Commerce? That's famous." It is. Biggest poker room in the world, and by far the best poker action in Southern California. I get there probably 3 times a month, I would say, and there is always a seat for you at the Commerce, maybe even next to me. This year, the Commerce Casino is paying out over $20 million in jackpots. Great food at Commerce, professional, friendly staff, dealers who occasionally give you cards. Beautiful hotel rooms like the one my mom and not stepdad Leo stayed at during the Mandy's. Daily tournaments. Commerce Casino located 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information and a calendar of events, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com, and I will see you at the Commerce. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. This fall, the new home of the USC Trojans.
The new home of the USC Trojans.
The Trojans are back.
The USC Trojans play on LA's mega sports station.
That's right. USC football, USC men's basketball, and USC women's basketball are on 710 ESPN coming this fall.
710 ESPN, the new home of the USC Trojans.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com. At Cardin Alleyway Hyundai, the sizzling summer sales event is on now. Lease a new 2024 Hyundai Elantra SCL for only $249 a month plus tax for 36 months on approved credit. Plus get peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and the Hyundai Assurance Program. Cardin Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway in the Corona Auto Center or CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com. Lease for $249 plus tax. License and fee to well-qualified buyers. 36-month lease. 10K miles per year. $34.99 due at signing. Not all buyers will qualify. Down payment may be required. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 07/31/2024.
Dive into the Marvel Universe on the official Marvel Podcast. We're going behind the scenes with the creators behind Marvel Comics, the stars of the MCU, and Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige.
But if you want the real answer, if we're trying to get real on this podcast,
celebrate the legacy of your favorite Marvel adventures and characters. The official Marvel Podcast.
I think this show's going to be a real treat.
New episodes every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Madame Giselle senses a change in your future.
Is it a promotion?
I see a door opening.
Ooh, to a corner office?
There's a creature. Beady eyes, lots of hair.
Is it my boss, Dave?
No, raccoons everywhere. Your RV door is open, and they're chewing everything.
Not a problem. I'm covered by Progressive. Do you see a bigger paycheck?
Customize your coverage with Progressive's pest damage protection and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pest damage protection available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
Summer's just getting started, so fill your cooler with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. It tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. And with a 5% kick of alcohol, Twisted Tea is perfect for the beach, the lake, or wherever you're hanging out and day drinking with your friends. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
And it is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
So, Team USA did win today. They beat Germany. I guess it was tonight over there, but it's today over here. They're scoring at home. And LeBron James, again, carried Team USA to victory. He scored 8 points late, steals, rebounds, brute force, according to this article, to lead Team USA to a 92-88 victory. Finished 20.6 rebounds, 4 assists, and was just absolutely dominant in that game, particularly late. AD, by the way, in that game played 20 minutes, 11 points, and I'm trying to check the rebounds. 7 rebounds. 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. But it is LeBron that is carrying this team right now. He scored that last bucket against South Sudan. He scored 8 late in this game against Germany. He's going to be 40 years old, and he's the most dominating player we've got, John.
He was spectacular on both ends of the court. And the fact that he's the best player on the United States Olympic team at age 39 is staggering, on a team with Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker and Jason Tatum. It just goes to show you LeBron is a once-in-a-generation talent. And it's why you can't write the Lakers off, because they have him and they have AD. It's just what, they haven't been able to win lately because they can't get the lineup around them right. But hopefully J.J. Redick coming in will make a difference, and they'll add some reinforcements, and LeBron will just keep it going. But, Mace, there was not – I turned on this game as soon as you guys said it's on Big Fox. I caught the whole second half.
Yep.
And LeBron was the best player on the court, and it wasn't close.
A couple of things I wanted to mention. Spencer Dinwiddie, who was a Laker this past season briefly, has signed with Dallas. At one point, there was some connection between the Lakers and Dinwiddie coming back. That's not happening. James Paxton has been cut by the DFA'd by the Los Angeles Dodgers. He was 8-2.
That surprised me. Did it surprise you?
Surprised me. Yeah, absolutely. I cannot believe it. He was giving him innings.
The more I read about it, though, the more it kind of just makes sense.
Well, the peripherals, apparently, as they say in analytics, the peripherals are bad for him. His strikeout rate is really low. His walk rate is really high.
Right, and also it takes him directly off of the 40-man roster, makes him easier to trade. And then also, if you do trade somebody, you bring him on, you can just take Justin Robleski and put him down. There's different things you can do. It all just makes more sense to move him off the 40-man than some of the pitchers that are actually pitching decently.
But as this week goes, tonight is going to be River Ryan, who is a great prospect. Number 4 prospect, came up from AA, so he's getting his shot tonight. Who's pitching tomorrow against the Giants?
Tomorrow was I had it.
It's
Landon Knack.
And then Kershaw's pitching Thursday.
Tyler Glasnow back from IL Wednesday, and Kershaw Thursday.
By the way, I think they're bringing Kershaw back too early.
No way.
I'd give him another month.
Nah.
Nope. I
Why
totally
bring
agree
back
with
now?
Mason.
Why? He's only got it's your old Bruce Smith line, Mace. I got about 100 plays in me. You can use them now or use them in the postseason.
He's got about 20 starts in him. Use 10 of them now.
And also,
if he pitches the rest of this year, that's about 10 starts, which is, I think, what you want as a tune-up for the postseason.
And if you imagine, those first 3 starts at least will probably be on a pitch limit. It will also probably be on an innings limit. So he's not going 100 pitches in 7 innings. He's probably going to go 3 innings and 60 pitches, something like that. So to start off. So you get him just ramped up for the postseason.
Yeah, but I think why can't you ramp him up on August 22nd instead of July 22nd?
Well, because I think you do want him to have starts under his belt.
Well, he would have that. That would give him 5 weeks of starts.
Yeah.
If you do it on the Ireland plan, last 2 weeks of August, you start him. He gets 5-6 starts, and then you decide whether or not you want to use him in the playoffs. What does it matter if Clayton Kershaw pitches games in July?
Well, I think it's because they want him to tune up and be ready. I mean, he's a guy that
do that in August.
He's a guy that starts 22, 23, 24 games a year. So you're getting him, I think, tuned up for the postseason with 10 regular season starts. I think it does make sense.
It does to me too, and also you got to think he's really good in the first 2-3 months just in general. You're just pushing that all down.
Correct. Yeah.
You're getting the Kershaw from last year, hopefully, in the first 3 months now. That's the right
what's
time.
amazing about Kershaw is he has, the injury is the injury, and he's coming back from that now. But if you look at his numbers, he has not slowed down a lot. Aside from injury, 2020, he had a 2.16 ERA. 2021, 10-8 with a 3.55 ERA. 2022, a 2.25 ERA, and last year 2.46. So I mean, he's still a very effective pitcher. Now, I think it's going to take a little bit of time and probably some pitch limits for him to be able to settle in, but I think he can be a legit contributor during the postseason.
I also like seeing him come out before the trade deadline so you kind of know what you got out of him. Like if he comes out and he's looking great, then you go, okay, maybe we just don't go after some of the bigger names, like going full on Tariq Skubal or something like that. But if he's terrible and has to be sent down and it's not something that and he hurts himself again, then you're like, okay, we absolutely need that pitcher.
Okay.
Glasnow's already been hurt. Yamamoto might be out.
Well,
for the year.
Was Glasnow hurt, or was he just getting a break? Alana Rizzo was on with us last week. She thought that was just a break, not really an injury.
It was a phantom IL.
But I mean,
phantom IL, yeah.
Their rotation has been devastated with injuries, and over the past 5 years, Kershaw's been pretty injury prone. So what difference does 5 meaningless starts in July and August make?
Well, it's going to be 10 starts, I think, during the regular season because
right. But what I'm arguing is make it 5.
And what I'm arguing is he hits his stride after 10 starts. If you look at it statistically, he will be in the prime of his season. He's good for 22, 23 starts. You get 10 in, and then he's ready for the postseason. I think this is I disagree with you. I think this is a smart way to handle Kershaw.
Well, we're going to find out, but if he gets hurt, then you brought him back too soon.
By the way, the latest is Bob Nightingale from USA Today and Tom Verducci from Sports Illustrated both say that if Tariq Skubal, who's an American League Cy Young Award contender, is traded, it will be to either the Dodgers or the Orioles.
The prospect packages are just there for those two teams.
Yeah, they've got the right talent to be able to trade. So, I'm not a fan, by the way, of Tariq Skubal coming to the Dodgers.
You're not?
I'm not.
What reason do you have to not be a fan of the best pitcher in the?
Because he's another guy that hasn't thrown this much. We have all these guys who have thrown way more innings than they've ever thrown before.
Can't we? It's the same exact thing with the guy in Chicago. With the White Sox.
Shote Imanaga?
No. Garrett Crochet.
Oh, Garrett Crochet. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fan of Garrett Crochet either.
Okay, and you know who else fits that description is Tyler Glasnow. So now you're banking on if you make trade for one of those guys. Yamamoto was one. Glasnow was another. Now you're going to add a third guy who's never thrown this many innings?
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. Now, granted, if they held this Cy Young Award voting today, it would probably be him.
Wait, hold on. It's like Tariq Skubal pitched 150 innings in 2021. He pitched 120 innings, or almost 120 innings in 2022. He's at 116 now. I mean, he has pitched innings. He's pitched over 100 innings multiple times. So his arm is warmed up.
He's thrown 116 this year.
Yeah.
His previous high was 149 when he had
Yeah, I just said that.
when he was 8-12. So he wasn't effective at that many starts.
I think that's also his second year.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think there are better, more reliable arms out there. I keep saying Eric Fetty. Nobody listens to me, but he's on the list. Eric Fetty from the White Sox. Jack Flaherty from the Tigers.
Flaherty I don't like. I don't think
he's having a really good year. Zach Eflin from the Rays. There are guys that are just innings eaters that you want.
You're asking for guys like Lance Lynn again.
I don't want Lance
Lynn. You want those mid-range guys that are cheaper and that are not going to be very good, and you don't know.
I'm just tired of banking on guys that don't have a good injury
Give me the
history.
Live arms. I want these big guys.
Sure, the live arms, but the live arms have gone down for us repeatedly.
But especially in the postseason, these are the guys that are going to be able to blow
then
by
trade
haters.
for him and sit him down because he's got too many innings on him.
Fine. Crochet, I completely agree with you on
Crochet's way over. He's never thrown more. He's over 100 innings
Yeah,
now.
he's already doubled anything of his entire career. So, yeah, but if you bring in Crochet, you're probably bringing him in more to be a reliever by the time it gets to the postseason,
Well,
not
at
to be a
least if you're
starter.
going to trade for Crochet, at least get Eric Fetty with him.
Okay, or you're going to get Luis Robert.
I'm going to lead the Eric Fetty
I don't know.
bandwagon.
You got a name blasted in your head for some reason.
Because I think he's having a really good year.
Yeah, if you're going to get Crochet, you're getting Luis Robert Jr. in return. That's part of it as well, so you can have a true center fielder. And then I think they were talking about Michael Kopech as a closer as well. So, but he hasn't been.
He's not been good at all.
No, but that's who. It's all being combined into that.
Crochet. I hope it's. Oh, what about Kikuchi in Toronto? Who else? Flaherty, Detroit,
okay.
Skubal, Detroit,
You're
Fetty,
naming
White Sox, Zach
dudes.
Eflin.
These are if you want the guys, if you want to have somebody that's actually going to make a difference in the postseason, it's Skubal, it's maybe Crochet, and that's kind of it. I don't believe Flaherty's that guy. I don't believe Fetty is that guy. I mean, they all sound like Lance Lynn to me.
Yeah, I know they do.
Yeah,
but they're not.
No, okay.
They're not going to give up 4 consecutive home runs.
No, you don't know that.
Yes.
You do not know that.
He was leading the league in giving up home runs before he got here.
And
then
40,
he just
45, what's the
giving up
difference?
home runs. God, that was a nightmare. All right, coming up next for you, John, it's that thing that you have been wanting to get to all day long but haven't gotten to yet.
Excellent.
That's coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with 2 big bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Hey, it's Travis. And Slee. By now you have heard about our good friends at the law office of Joseph S. Normand.
When my son Bobby was in an accident, we called Joe and he hit it out of the park. That's why I trust Joe.
No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to them can and will be used against you. Joe and his team will treat you like family, get you the medical attention you need, and the max compensation you deserve.
Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com.
The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
All right, so what's going on, people? It is Monday. Ireland's in Idaho, the compound in Idaho. We're ever going to see any pictures of the... I don't even know what it looks like. I haven't seen it.
No, very secretive here. Top secret. You don't have security clearance.
You can't even send the pictures to me personally.
No, cannot.
Cannot. I'm just left
You
to
gotta negotiate
imagine.
with Lisa.
Imagine what it is. Is it like a castle? What is it?
No, it's a lake house. There's
lake house.
There's no moat.
No moat?
There's no castle.
There you go.
Exactly.
So Ireland, what's that thing you wanted to get to?
Okay, so here it is.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah.
Everybody listen carefully. All right?
Farting again?
No, it's not about farting.
Oh, dang.
You are going to read, if you haven't read already today, that TNT Sports
I knew you'd get to this.
Has matched the offer Amazon made to the NBA to save the NBA on TNT. I'm here to tell you, don't believe what you read.
Really?
This is going to court. The league would much rather be in business with Amazon. They can't come out and say it. But if you read, if those of you who like to read The Athletic, and mates, that's you and me.
Yeah.
Read a story today by Andrew Marchand that he posted about 3 hours ago on The Athletic. He explains it and lays it all out for you. I'll read one small part of it.
Okay.
While TNT has the contractual right to match an offer per its current contract, the NBA is expected to decline TNT's right to take the agreed-upon Amazon package. The league's preference is to honor the $1.8 billion per year contract it agreed to with Amazon. So this is a little inside baseball, or in this case, inside basketball. But, Mace, you know this from your business world dealings.
Yeah.
Matching rights are in the eye of the beholder. It's not as simply a number. So TNT can't say, Amazon offered $1.8 billion. We'll give you $1.8 billion.
Because?
What the league can do is come back and say, no. What Amazon also agreed to do is they agreed to take the in-season tournament. They agreed to put us on a streaming platform, which you never did.
Yeah,
TNT.
but they've got Max. They're already talking about streaming games on Max.
Right, but I don't think the NBA wants them to. I think the NBA wants to be in business with Amazon. Now, is it possible that the NBA reverses field and says, okay, TNT, you match, we're back in business with you? Absolutely. I could be wrong. But I've talked to 3 different people today that think the NBA... By the way, next year is normal. Next year is
this
TNT
is 2025.
and ESPN.
Yeah.
We're talking, which is why this is kind of a hard story to talk about because we live in an immediate gratification world.
Right.
So everybody's going to say, well, what were Mason and Ireland talk about? The games are still on TNT. This year, the games are going to be on TNT regardless. We're talking about 2025, the start of the 25-26 season. I think, personally, that the NBA package in 2025 is going to be ABC, ESPN with the finals on ABC.
Yep.
NBC, who's getting back in business with the NBA after a 25-year layoff, and Amazon, who they really want to be in business with. I think TNT still gets left out in the cold despite what you read today. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Although, here's my thought. If I'm the NBA, even if I'm the players or the owners, why not just carve out a fourth package? Why not give?
Because that would allow Amazon to walk away.
But Amazon wouldn't air games if Max did. And couldn't they carve out a night? Couldn't they carve out Thursday night? This is the Max night. This is the TNT night, and squeeze out another $1.8 billion.
I don't think that Amazon wants to do that. Amazon doesn't want to be competing with three other partners. They want to be the exclusive streaming home of the NBA. I think once you bring in Max, another streaming partner, it waters down what Amazon negotiates.
Interesting.
And so I think that, what Amazon's all about, and I know a lot of guys that work over there.
Yeah.
What they're all about is they want to be the home of streaming sports.
Yep.
That's why they paid so much money for Thursday Night Football. That's why they hired Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. The world's changing on how we consume sports, and people are learning how to watch sports with streaming. What's weird about that, Mace, is like me trying to explain to my mom or you trying to explain to Donna and not stepdad Leo how they can watch Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, I know.
If you complicate matters even more, I think Amazon says, look, what we were paying for is to be the exclusive streaming home of the NBA. If you take that exclusivity away from us, we'll just leave and go sign a deal with baseball or something. These are all just my impressions.
Right.
They could carve out a fourth package like you're asking. I don't know if Amazon wants to go for that.
I came across a nugget, a little bit more of Bob Nightingale and the Dodgers. He says the Dodgers are looking at a big package with the White Sox.
Which might help explain why they DFA'd Paxton. Maybe they're getting more than one pitcher.
It includes Garrett Crochet, Eric Fetty, Luis Robert Jr., and Michael Kopech.
Okay,
What's Kopech?
Kopech is a reliever who's not particularly having a good year, but it's got electric stuff that the Dodgers look at and say, he'd be a great arm in the bullpen.
So let's say all four of those guys are coming.
Yep.
That's why DFAing Paxton makes sense.
Yeah. That would be a great deal for the Dodgers.
It would be a tremendous deal for the Dodgers.
Everyday center fielder, 2 pieces for the rotation, and a piece for the bullpen.
Yep. Always need more relievers. Probably all you need now is a third baseman.
Yeah, and Muncy's not even swinging the bat yet.
No, he's not going to be coming back.
You think he's not going to come back this year at all?
I don't think so. Not in the slice. I think, and by the way, Rojas got hurt yesterday, so there's your shortstop. He says he's okay, but the only thing that I could see happening is when Mookie comes back, if Gavin Lux is not in that deal, is Gavin at second, Mookie at short, and Rojas at third.
Greg, did you mean to say reigning National League Player of the Week, Gavin Lux?
Yes.
I know, it's so ridiculous. He was great this weekend.
He was
great this weekend.
And I just look at Max Muncy, no timetable.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Same with Yamamoto.
Yes, no
timetable, but Yamamoto's throwing from 200 feet. He's ramping himself. He has no pain.
What's weird is there's an article today I read where he says, I want to pitch again this season.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
except the Dodgers are paying him $300 million.
Yeah, you want to pitch again.
They're not going to let him come back too early.
Yeah.
No, they will not. There's a lot of money there.
All right, coming up next for you, it is Game of Games. It is
Did
Ireland's
anyone
game
dominate
today.
Game of Games while I was gone?
What's the score in Game of Games?
I
don't
won
even know.
a couple, so I now have the lead. I have 3, and everybody else, for the most part, has 2.
What do I have?
You have 0.
Huh.
So Ireland...
Mace, you could win today.
Yeah, okay.
It's Bergman 3, Ireland 2, Mason 2, Michael 2, Jacob 1, DeAndre 1, Pepe 1, Brian 1, Marcus 1, Momo 1.
Wow.
That's as diverse of a leaderboard as we've ever had.
It is. Everybody's in it. All right, we'll do Game of Games coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive. The fun way to drive home on 710.
So then they take me in. And the nurses, by the way, they're hot. Like these nurses are smoking hot.
Amazing, just amazing.
Like to me, I can't even help it. I'm like, hey, look how hot these nurses are. So now
You literally are Beavis and Butthead in one.
On both?
Yeah.
Really?
This sounds like something. And the nurse, she's hot.
The LA Afternoon Takeover with Sedano and Cap. Today at 4 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Shopping for your next truck? Save time, save money, and experience the 5-star service that made George Chevrolet Chevy's Dealer of the Year 6 years in a row. Take advantage of great offers during the Chevy Summer Drive event and take home a new 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT Crew Cab with $10,000 in total savings off MSRP. Visit them today or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, Together, let's drive.
Discount calculated off MSRP on select models. Offer ends 7/31/24. See dealer for details or call 866-949-4805.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day and smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See? We didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. The great DeMarco Farr is here. DeMarco,
Hey.
what's up, man?
I am very happy to be here.
Excellent.
Very happy. What's happening?
It's Ireland's game today.
All right.
And,
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, now, of course, you may have heard, I don't know, Mace, it seems like a lot of people are paying close attention to the upcoming presidential election. Did something happen over the weekend?
I have not heard a thing.
Yeah, me either. We don't do politics on this show.
We don't do politics.
But I came up with a way to do it in a Mason and
God.
Ireland way.
Leave it to you. All
okay.
right.
There are 3 swing states that carry the most electoral college votes. They are Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Michigan.
Okay.
So I have a list. 10 people on this list. Every person was born in either Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. One of those 3. That'll be your
Okay.
answer.
Got it.
Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. You tell me which one. Here's the first one. Caitlin Clark. Brian Cohen. Was Caitlin Clark born in Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
Let's go Michigan.
Okay, Greg.
Let's go Georgia.
Mace.
Let's go Wisconsin.
That wasn't one of the choices, but let's go to Marco.
Oh. Let's go Georgia.
You all missed it. She was born in Pittsburgh. So that was Pennsylvania. All right, number
Are you
2.
sure it wasn't Wisconsin?
I am.
Wisconsin is not even one of the
that
choices?
was an interesting,
Well-
to use electoral math, an interesting write-in choice
Well,
by
because-
you.
because
when I told
you-
you it could only be
Right,
Georgia,
you were-
Michigan, or Pennsylvania.
But right, you were saying swing states, so that was one of them, but that's not one in both.
I'll repeat it again. The answer to every question
is either
is Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. You can guess Wisconsin if you want.
Okay.
But you will be wrong.
You get mad at me when I don't listen. I mean, that was pretty
Well,
good.
What about
He heard
Arizona?
himself.
What about Arizona? Is
Yeah.
that in there?
Yeah,
That's a
try
swing
that.
state.
See if that works.
That's a swing state.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, Walt Frazier Bergman Clyde, the Knicks announcer, NBA Hall of Famer. Was he born in Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
He feels like Georgia to me.
Okay, Mace.
Michigan.
DeMarco.
Georgia.
Brian.
Michigan.
DeMarco and Greg got it. It's Georgia. Third one of my mentors in the business, one of my heroes, the late, great Dick Enberg, Mace. Dick Enberg. Was he born in Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
I'm going to say he's born in Pennsylvania.
Okay, DeMarco.
Michigan.
Brian.
Michigan.
Greg.
Pennsylvania.
DeMarco and Brian got it. He was born in Michigan, and DeMarco Farr has the lead.
Big fellas.
2 for DeMarco, 1 for Brian, 1 for Greg. And Mace has 0, but he did guess Wisconsin.
He did.
So, all right, we had Dick Enberg. Speaking of announcers, DeMarco, the great Gus Johnson from Fox.
Oh, the best.
Was he born in Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
Georgia.
Brian.
Pennsylvania.
Greg.
DeMarco was just so... Georgia.
Mace.
I'll go Georgia.
You should have gone Michigan. You all missed it. All right.
You fooled me, DeMarco.
DeMarco seemed to have so much confidence.
Right.
So
That's
followed him down that.
All right, Brian, back to you. You ready?
Yep.
Julia Roberts. Was she born in Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
Greg.
She's a peach.
You're going Georgia. Mace.
I'll try Georgia.
DeMarco.
Georgia for the fourth
Georgia
time.
is the correct
Yeah,
answer.
I did know
Georgia.
that. I did know
for
that.
Julia
Did you?
Roberts.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg, one of my famous favorite comedians, Mason's too, the great Tina Fey from SNL. Was she born in Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
She's got the New Yorkish vibe. I'll go Pennsylvania.
Okay, Mace.
I'm going Pennsylvania.
DeMarco.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, Brian.
Let's go Michigan.
You should have gone Pennsylvania. DeMarco has the lead with 4. Greg, you're right at his heels with 3. Mace has 2, and Brian has 1. Mace, this one coming to you.
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
Wow.
She lives in Tennessee now, but she was born in either Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania.
Michigan.
DeMarco.
Pennsylvania.
Brian.
I think Pennsylvania.
Greg.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, I think.
Pennsylvania is the right answer. And DeMarco is running away. He's got 5, but Greg, you're right on his heels with 4. All right,
Greg.
we're getting down towards the end, so I'll make DeMarco go first.
All
We
right.
have 3 of these left. DeMarco, great baseball Hall of Famer, Reggie Jackson. Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
I'll say Michigan.
Brian.
I'm going to go Georgia.
Greg.
Hey, I'm going Georgia.
Mace.
I'm going Georgia.
Y'all missed it. He was born in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I got to be out of this
didn't have
thing
a
now,
draw.
right?
Yeah.
You are out.
Yeah.
All right, and Brian, you're out too. It's a 2-horse race.
Let's go, Greg.
All right, DeMarco.
Looking right at
DeMarco, you have 5. Greg has 4. That means, DeMarco, you have to go first.
you. All right.
The host of everything, Ryan Seacrest. Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania, DeMarco?
Gosh. Mason's staring a hole through me.
I know.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Pennsylvania.
All right, Greg, Georgia,
Nice poker
Michigan,
face.
or
I
Pennsylvania?
kind of want to go with him just to not lose. But I'm going to do different. I'm going to go Georgia.
And you're glad you did,
Hey,
Greg Bergman.
let's
You
go.
tied it up.
Let's go. Did you know that, Mace?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
DeMarco,
he did radio
5.
like in Charlotte, North
Did he?
Carolina when he was starting out. Yeah.
DeMarco 5, Bergman 5. This is the last one, and of course, as always, I have a tiebreaker if we need it. Greg?
Yep.
Clipper owner Steve Ballmer.
Fired
Georgia,
up to be here
Michigan,
today.
or Pennsylvania?
Georgia.
Salivating.
Toilets! He's got so much energy.
Georgia, Michigan, or Pennsylvania, Steve Ballmer.
He's got Michigan written all over him.
All right, DeMarco.
I can't pick Michigan, right?
You can.
You can?
If you
okay,
want.
Michigan.
The correct answer is Michigan, and we go to the tiebreaker.
Hey, there
Here
you go, DeMarco.
OT. Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right, get something to write with. Get
You
something
got a
to
pen
write
on there,
on.
Mace? Anything?
I got it.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
oh,
pen is
DeMarco,
covered with...
say it.
Greg,
You can
Greg,
say
do
it.
you have Greg?
I have a
just-
pen. I have a
Okay,
pen.
yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
write it. He'll give his answer.
All right, I mentioned that all 3 states, Georgia, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, all have a lot of electoral college votes.
Oh, jeez, I don't know
Each
this at all.
state has more than 10. That's your hint. Each state has more than 10. If you add up the electoral college votes for all 3 states, how many total do you get?
Do you know this, Mace?
I got an approximate number in my head.
All right, so it's more than 30. All right, if you add up all three. So take a guess in your mind.
Okay.
How many Electoral College votes? And
Okay.
come up with the number. Greg, do you have a number?
I do.
What number did you write down?
83.
Oh,
Mace,
DeMarco?
don't say anything yet. DeMarco.
85.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to guess was 85.
Well, you're all idiots because the correct number is 50.
Oh!
And Greg Bergman is
Yeah,
our
let's
winner.
go. I was just figuring Pennsylvania probably had like 40.
Is that right, John?
Yeah,
Georgia
Pennsylvania
probably
has
like
19.
17.
Georgia has 16.
And I
And
figured
Michigan has 15 for a total.
Oh, that's
of
it.
50.
That's disgusting.
I put Pennsylvania too high.
Wow.
There you go.
You should have
Well
you
done,
should have
Bergman.
included Wisconsin. You should have included
Just for
Wisconsin.
fun.
Yeah, that would have swayed it more towards the 80s, Mace, if
Yeah.
I would have included Wisconsin. But it was a novel strategy.
Nice.
I know. I just thought,
Good
you know
game.
what? When everybody zigs, I zag.
Obviously.
Wisconsin. So DeMarco, what's happening, man?
Nothing, man.
You're here all the time now.
Yeah, hanging out with Cap. Get ready for football, man.
Yeah,
I'm
how
geeked.
about that?
I'm psyched.
DeMarco, we were talking
Yeah.
about something earlier on the show, and I'm curious what you think.
Yeah.
All right. Patrick Mahomes is hands down the best quarterback in the AFC.
The whole league.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's second in the NFL? Who's the
You know,
second best quarterback in the NFL?
That's a matter of choice, you know. It's like what you like at McDonald's. Some people would say Lamar. Some people would say Buffalo's quarterback,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I say Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. When
I
healthy,
think Matthew
one of the best.
Stafford gets in
Matthew
the
Stafford's
conversation.
top 5.
Look, to be 36 and to be playing like this, if he's top 5, that's great and good. I hope you bury him. I hope you say he's out of the top 10. The guy responds to criticism, so that's awesome. But yeah, one of the best.
Because you saw John Harbaugh came out and said that he wants Lamar Jackson to go down as the best quarterback in NFL history. He can't be if he's 2-4 in the postseason. And I love Lamar. I think he's unbelievable. He's a 2-time NFL MVP. But you can't be 2-4 in the postseason and then make the argument he's the best quarterback in the league.
Well, I mean, that's just him pumping up his
By
guy.
the way,
You know
he
that,
said
right?
he's
Yeah.
going to be the greatest quarterback of all time.
That's just him pumping up his guy
that's
for
not
confidence. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going against all the negative criticism that Lamar gets. So this is a coach coming out strong for his guy. But the greatest of all time, come on, that's not going to happen.
No,
not going to happen.
No.
And with Stafford, as far as arm talent, pocket passers, one of the best we've ever seen, period. But the modern game with the other guys that are more mobile, yeah.
What's the deal with Stafford and the contract? Stafford apparently wants
More money.
More money.
Yes.
Are the Rams working toward that?
I think they're talking it out. He's going to be at camp. So I think, what do you call that? Cooler heads will prevail. But with new money, Jared Goff just got paid. Trevor Lawrence just got paid. You know, you paid Matt Stafford when he first got here. The first 2 years, he made a ton of money. Now it seems like the money's going up, so every quarterback wants to dip in again.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But you have to handle it properly, because if you make him mad, he doesn't show up and everything derails.
By the way, we're all at training camp at some point here. I'm doing a show on a Saturday. DeMarco, I think I'm doing a show at training camp with me, Kirk Morrison, DeMarco, and Emily producing. I think that's August 3rd. Who's out there first? Travis and Slee are out there, right?
They start this week.
It's here.
Thursday.
Yeah, we're here. We made it.
Have you been there? Have you been to LMU and see what it looks
I
like?
cannot wait to go. I'm excited to go to see what they've done. with
Never
training
been
camp.
at LMU. I drive by it all the
beautiful.
time. I've never
Yeah.
been there.
It's a great campus. It's tighter. Irvine was huge. It was all
Right.
spread out. This is tighter. It's going to be a little more.
Mace, your commute
Elbow
just
to
got
elbow.
90% shorter.
Yeah,
Yes.
isn't that all right? That's a
Yes.
good spot. Good spot for me. All right, Game of Games is brought to you by Jacob Emrani. Everybody loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, call jacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Let's hit the super stager.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
What's up, Cappy? How was opening day at Del Mar?
Oh, fellas.
Yeah. Did you win?
Did you wear a hat?
Wore a hat, yes.
Did you wear a seersucker suit?
Seersucker, no.
Okay.
Negative on that.
You did wear a suit, though.
Jacket, pants. Mace, I went out on a big limb.
Okay.
And if you listen to the show, like I know a lot of people do, in fact, I say everybody's listening all the time.
Everybody's listening, Cappy.
You know that for me, to wear a pair of white pants.
Ooh.
That is dangerous.
That is bold.
Wow.
Very bold. Now, keep in mind, I didn't have any sausage of any kind earlier in the day.
Yeah, good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because that could just turn into a disaster.
Well, what? So you wore white pants and a white jacket?
No, I wore white pants with a blue jacket with kind of a purpley colored T-shirt.
Nice.
I went with the T-shirt look.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then you had a horse running, right?
Yeah, let's move on.
Invincible.
Oh,
Invincible,
let's move
right?
on.
Invincible.
Invincible was not.
He was vincible. He was not invincible.
Invincible.
Right. Yeah. Invincible went from running first, and I'm like, yeah, come on. Yes. Yeah, we're in a perfect spot. Yeah, go. Where's he going? Why is he going backwards? And then he went from first to dead last.
Oh, no.
Well, if you're not going to finish first, second, or third, Cap, does it matter where you finish?
If you're not first, you're last.
You'd like to finish in the top 5 because the top 5 all get paid.
Oh, I didn't
I
realize
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how many horses did you got this year?
We have 10. Actually, you know what? We have 10. We put in a claim for a horse yesterday for anybody that understands what that means.
I do.
So what happens is, DeMarco, there's a race. They say it's called a claiming race, and they say every horse in this race is for sale for a total of, let's just call it $10,000. And you put in a claim. But if I put in a claim and Mace puts in a claim and Ireland puts in a claim and you put in a claim, that means 5 people all think that they're going to buy this horse. And when it's over, they take 5 die, like regular dice. They put it into a little jug. They shake it up. They spit it out. They go, number 5. And they go, oh, that's DeMarco. DeMarco gets the horse. I mean, it's very antiquated. It's not contemporary at all. It's
hey,
not
Ireland,
digitized.
you want to do a claim? Let's do a claim.
Mace, that was the biggest money loser we ever invested in.
I have to
I'm
say,
still paying horse dental bills.
You always say
Horse
that, and I
dental
said
bills?
last week, I thought going to the winner's circle 3 times, those were 3 of my life highlights, especially the first one, being in the winner's circle.
That is why Scott Kaplan is in your life. He is your new horse partner.
There's your guy.
Right.
He's trying to sell me on it. Did he ever sell you on it, DeMarco?
He's trying. He's still trying. That's why he keeps saying DeMarco. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Because
still
the
trying.
thing is, guys,
Yeah.
look, remember, we own 10 horses.
Yep.
Okay.
You get a piece of all of them.
You get a piece of all of them. It's not like you got 5% of this one and 10% of that one and 20% of that one. You own 10 horses, and you never put in another dollar. All the vets' fees, all the chiropractors.
Really?
All the every bit of therapy, trainers, food. You never put in any more money. There's never a cash call. So come on, Mason.
He's almost got me.
I mean,
until the guy said that if I get back 75% of my money, I should be happy.
Yeah.
That's a good investment for horse ownership or
Mm-hmm.
horse racing, whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to lose money, period, and
Sure.
just know that going in. But
Right.
the fun of it is the parties and the winner's circle.
Right.
Yeah.
like
exactly.
Friday night, guys, you guys missed an all-time legendary party.
I saw pictures.
Yeah, I
on
had
the,
all my
on the
daughters.
Instagram. Yeah, on the gram.
Had all my daughters with me, and the sun was setting over the ocean, and all these people who had put their money into this group were there, and there were all kinds of ladies there that were in their late 50s and early 60s showing off all their new plastic surgery. They looked fantastic. They were amazing. And Troy Aikman was in the house hanging out, as
Big
he usually
dog.
does.
Yeah.
Comes in. Norv Turner, the Norvalist one,
Yeah.
Yes.
was in the house. And a whole bunch of other people that were ready to go on Saturday afternoon.
Very
But they
cool.
were there Friday night. Yeah, we missed you guys.
Yeah.
Would have loved to.
I
Mace,
wasn't even invited.
I am demanding that you and Juan come to Del Mar for a weekend this summer.
We are going to. We went last year, remember?
I do.
And you set us up in a box up there, and we had a good time. And I
Nice.
actually, Ireland, I contacted our old friend Jonathan Hardoon, who gave me fantastic numbers.
You make any money?
Yeah, I did that day. Everybody was betting what I was betting.
Really?
Cappy, you were there for that,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
It was winner after winner after winner.
Nice.
Yeah, we were using the Ragazin sheets. Do you know the
Oh,
Ragazin?
yeah. Wow.
Cappy?
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Smart little horse racing handicapping system.
A bunch of experts.
Bunch of experts.
Handicapping horses.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, Cappy.
Where's Johnny I today?
I'm in Idaho, and Cappy, you never gave me the name of your friend. I played his golf course yesterday, and I'm playing it again on Friday.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You know, John, is the house done?
Yeah, well, for the most part. I mean, it's never really done, but yeah. I mean, it's livable now.
Are you now? Do you're not Airbnb-ing this house, are you?
No.
Now, are you like open to your friends and family, like on occasion, stopping in?
Oh, I very much am, but I have literally, Cap, no control over that. You have to go through Lisa Ireland if you would like to visit the compound.
Well, here's the thing, is that Rachel and I have been trying to figure out what can we do in August. I want to go to a lake. I want to water ski. I want a boat. I want to live on a lake for a few days. And we've been talking about Coeur d'Alene. Now, I'm willing to get Rachel on the phone with Lisa, where the two of them can do a condo/complex swap. You guys take Rachel's place in Mammoth when you want it. We take your place in Coeur d'Alene for a couple days
I don't
during
even
the
think
summer.
you're going to have to give us Mammoth. I just think it's a matter of scheduling. And,
really?
and August is pretty booked up, but let's see if we can make it work. We'll put them in touch.
Well, you see, at least I'm offering something before I just ask for something.
No. But that's very nice. But tell me the name of your text me the name of your friend because I'm going to be over there in a couple of days.
You got it. You got it.
We're
Done
just
deal.
texting
That's
here.
how you make deals.
Yeah, that is. That's a good deal.
Beautiful.
But I've never been to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Me neither.
And I'll tell you what happened.
It is spectacular here, boys. It's very hot right now, but it's spectacular here.
But about 2 weekends ago, I went up to Lake Arrowhead. I've never been to Lake Arrowhead. Lake Arrowhead is a place that I pass when I'm going to Big Bear.
Right.
DeMarco, you ever been to Lake Arrowhead?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what a spectacular place. And I got a taste 2 days on the lake there, and I'm like, I need some serious lake time before this summer ends, before football season officially commences. Yes, Mace, me and DeMarco will be out at Rams camp on Thursday. Okay, we'll be doing a broadcast on Thursday. And then the following week, Monday, Tuesday, we're back at Rams camp.
Perfect.
But before this summer ends, I need a few days in a freshwater lake, water skiing, jumping in the water. I got to get some fresh water time.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Johnny Ice House is where you want to go.
Yep. Well,
I like the combo.
We'll see if we can work it out.
Yeah, there you
Bet
go.
Johnny I would let us go in his hot tub.
Oh, of course.
Do you guys remember Sean Gilbert, football player?
Yeah,
here?
sure.
That's the guy that we wound up at Arrowhead Lake. I had no idea. Get in the car, rookie.
Why?
Yeah, I get in the car, rookie. They stole my car and we drove up there. Yeah, I think that was Sean.
Is that right?
We'll ask
Sean?
Jerome. We got Jerome Bettis coming on today. Yeah, we'll ask him.
You have the bus coming on?
We got the bus coming on. Yeah.
But wait, DeMarco, your first year in the NFL was 93?
94. Yeah.
94, okay.
So Sean Gilbert was the man, and they just paid Jimmy Jones, and they were both in the same room. So I had no say in what they were doing with my stuff.
I would say Gilbert was probably the second overall pick to the Rams in, I want to say, 91 or 92? 91.
Yes.
91 sounds about right. I only know because we played college ball together. And this guy was the Gatorade National High School Player of the Year, his senior year of high school. And he was good, but then in one game against Penn State, he had like 3 tackles for a loss and 2 sacks. And he went from being like a good player to a number
like
1, number 2 overall.
Mace, John,
pick.
I tell you, this dude could dominate anytime he wanted to. The problem is you had to get him to want to.
Right.
Yeah, if he didn't want to, he just wouldn't.
Yep.
But if he wanted to, he'll end the game for you, just like that. That was my mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, DeMarco, I had a question for you. I
Yeah.
actually brought this up earlier today, and I don't know that I've gotten a really good answer.
I got my Jeep back that had bullet holes in it. It was weird. It was a weird rookie year.
Wow.
But go ahead. Go
Wow.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in my summer shred. I'm working out a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm now taking, my trainer has me taking branched chain amino acids. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, is there something else I should be? I'm not going to.
Are you taking
steroids.
creatine?
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, you can add creatine.
What?
Yeah, I wanna do that.
What, do you put that in a drink?
Yeah,
Is
it's like a shake. It floods your muscles with water, and it just helps you grow.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Will you test positive for steroids
No,
if you take it?
it's
This
not
what do you
steroids.
test?
But you
What do you
will
care
get
if you
bigger.
test positive?
You will get bigger, and you will get stronger.
What do you care if
Guaranteed.
you test positive for
Yeah,
steroids?
that's true. I don't care. But steroids, I've no interest in.
I understand.
It's not
The creatine.
steroids.
Yeah.
Creatine is over the counter. You can
Creatine
find it
is just
anywhere.
normal GNC kind
Yes.
of thing.
Ask your trainer about it. If
Okay.
you're
I was-
on branched chain amino acids, the next thing he's probably going to push on you is creatine.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're going to grow.
Because I am rocked right now.
You're going to grow.
You are
yeah,
rocked.
Yeah.
I am rocked.
You are rocked, really?
Ireland, you can't. You're in Idaho. You can't see it, but I am swole. I am rocked. I am shredded.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You got
And
some
what- and-
veins, yeah.
What do you think that the reason for the amino acids are? Like, has your trainer explained to you what they're supposed to do for you?
I guess pump you up.
Yeah.
My knowledge of
See?
resistance training comes from Hans and Franz.
See, believe what Barry Bonds said. I didn't know what this is. He just gave it to me, and I took it.
Right. Right.
But I've never done this much weight training as I've done.
Are you getting stronger?
I am absolutely getting stronger.
So from when you started to work out, like, can you name a lift, like where you started doing bench press? Where did you start at?
I don't bench press.
Okay, squats, anything.
I don't
What are you
squat.
most proud of?
I'm most proud of my arms. I think my arms are really...
Okay, so you started with like 5 pounds and you're up to what?
20s.
20s?
Yeah, 20s for curls. And then, this guy, that guy, and then
Overhead
this
press.
guy.
Yeah. Just remember, we talk about
Wow,
this
those
with
are
the
good
league.
exercises.
Guys make the biggest jump year 1 to year 2.
Yeah.
Right? So keep going.
I'm about ready to make my jump.
You're about to make a big jump.
Cappy, are you going to make your jump?
I feel like it's funny you mentioned creatine because I've also been thinking about getting on it. And a buddy of mine told me about it on Amazon, $17 for a thing of creatine. And apparently it does. They say it's the most researched supplement out there. Now, Johnny I, let me explain something that happened while you were not here that I think is very important that you know about.
Okay.
And I really want your opinion on this.
Yeah.
So, John, do you recall 2 years ago when we were at the 710 signature event, the golf tournament at Black Gold? Do you remember that?
Sure. Of course.
And you remember that Mace, we asked Mace if he could do 5 push-ups. He said, "No, I can't." We said, "No, of course you can do 5 push-ups." And do you remember that day?
Yeah,
I remember that.
And how many push-ups did he do, Johnny I? Do you recall?
5.
I don't, but
I did
I
5.
just remember you and Sedano having a push-up contest.
Oh, wow.
Right.
You did 40, but guaranteed
I
50.
bet heavily on you, Cap, and I lost.
Cap, you
I
did
did-
40 push-ups?
I did 43 push-ups. I thought I could do 50, no problem. I got to 43 and nearly died.
Sneaky.
Mason is down on the ground now. There's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Now,
Is he
Johnny
doing
I, while
push-ups?
he's doing that,
Let
he
me
is
see.
4. There's 4. There's 5. Now, John,
Look at him.
Mason says, but there's 6. Here's 7. He says this is 8. Now he's up to 9 and 10. Now, John, he says at the golf tournament this year he can do 40. 11. Here's 12 for Steve Mason. There's no way he can. Nope. 13. 14. 15 push-ups
By the way,
for Steve
Cap,
Mason.
if I can bet on that,
16.
got 2 more.
Yep.
You got
17.
Bergman took all my mythical
18.
money, Cap, because you guaranteed the
18.
softball game and lost.
Right, I know. 18 push-ups for Steve Mason. He went from 5 to 18, but Mace, if
I
you
will
can
bet on Mace can do 40 at the golf tournament.
Mace, you got a long time. You've got September, I want to say, what's the date of the golf tournament? September 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Couple
something
months.
like that.
Yeah, a couple more. I can do it. I'll
Yeah.
do 40.
What was
if you
that,
could do it-
19?
18.
18. Oh, yeah, you got
18.
that. You
If
got
you
it.
could go
Halfway
8
home.
Oh, dude, 6 weeks. You got 6 weeks to add 20 more push-ups.
I've been planking. Do you guys plank?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Plank, I got a 2-minute plank in me now.
Oh,
You
listen
can
to
do
how
a
out of
2-minute
breath he is.
plank
Yep.
without
Listen to
shaking.
how, look at
No,
how
I'll
out of breath
shake.
he is.
You shake, but you can make it, though.
Yeah, but I'll
okay.
make it.
Nice. D? No?
No.
No.
Those push-ups were impressive.
That was
though, Mace,
impressive,
I must
Mace.
say.
Look at you.
For 18, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Till
that's
he,
cool.
till he fell face first. And then now he's all out of breath. 18 push-ups.
I'm impressed by Cap.
I am out of breath.
Cap,
completely out of
43 push-ups.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that was
guys,
impressive,
where are we
but
all
sneaky
watching
fit.
the
Yeah.
Summer League finale tonight? We getting together for that one?
Yeah, well, at your place in Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, my
Sure,
God.
Come on over.
No Bronny again?
No, it's the finale. It's the Heat against the Grizzlies, Mason. It
Oh,
doesn't get
this is
any
the
better.
final.
This is the throwdown. This is the Scottie Pippen Jr. game.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, did you see he had only the 6th triple-double in Summer League history yesterday?
Only the 6th.
Yeah, Lakers had him on the roster last year. Did they screw up letting him go?
We're going to find out, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Can't tell
Listen
much
to
from
Mace.
summer.
Mace
By
is
the way,
still
I'm
out of
totally
breath.
out of breath.
But
You
you're
guys-
jacked.
Admit it.
You're
It's
excited
okay.
right now. Look at
Right.
you. He's got the blood going.
You take that creatine, boy, I'll tell you what, you'll be able to get those 40, no problem.
40 is going to be a piece of cake, Cappy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah?
I think so. After what I just saw, I'm definitely going to say you can go more than 40.
Should do another
Because
set. Another set.
I'm not
went
doing
through
another set. Come on.
I'm going to the gym tonight. I'll do a set tonight.
from 5 2 years ago to 18 without any preparation of any kind, just drop
Nice.
down. But I'll tell you this, Mace, if you were in the military
Yep.
and the drill instructor said drop and give me 20, you
just
got
did.
problems right now.
You just
Yeah,
did
you're
that.
right. I died on that.
You could have
19
pushed out.
You thought
2
so?
more. Oh, absolutely could have
Yeah.
pushed out 2 more.
So you guys are all wrapped up in football now. It's a great time. We were talking earlier today about the best college football venues in America. There was a survey. Do you have any idea who? What do you think is the best college
I
football
thought we
venue in
dropped.
America?
Well, of course, I'm biased. Washington. I mean, we boat gating.
They're number 5.
We dropped, right?
Yeah,
I'm
they're
with
number
you,
5.
Mark. That's the most beautiful stadium I've ever been to in person.
It's awesome. It's great. It's loud and like it's scenic. Who's number 1?
I think
Death
it was LSU,
Valley.
wasn't it?
LSU.
LSU.
Yeah.
I was so intimidated going in there. not to play. I worked as a broadcaster, and I went in, and I could not believe how big that stadium was and how loud it was. And it was LSU, Florida. They started tailgating on Tuesday for that game.
Yeah, football's just different there.
Different there, yeah.
Number one is LSU. What other stadiums jump out at you?
Well, Michigan, because of the size.
Michigan is number
100,000.
3 on that list. Yeah, it's a great place to see a game.
Yep, I would say Penn State has got to be up there.
Penn State's number 5. You're right there.
Right.
Great
Ohio
place.
State.
Another great college town.
Never been to Penn State.
Yep.
Yeah.
I played there a bunch. Ohio State.
Yep, that's there, number 7. Good
Okay.
one. I'm not a huge. I think if you compare the Big House and the Horseshoe, I would go Big House every time.
Me too.
Yeah.
I lost in the Horseshoe.
I'm thinking about going.
Yeah.
John says I should go to that USC Michigan game at the Big House. It's
You ever been to the Big House?
I have.
Okay, it's fun.
I grew up like 30 minutes south of the
Go
Big
check
House.
that. That's a
I've
great
never
game
been.
to go to. Yeah.
What's the date on that, Mace?
September 21.
September. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got Pitt, West Virginia that day, so that one's out for me.
Just make sure you get there before Feinbaum fires right.
I'm going to LSU USC.
You are?
Yeah,
Nice.
At Allegiant Stadium in Vegas, September 1.
What's the date on that?
That's going to be
September 1?
Ooh.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a real good one. So, Mace, you're back on the USC bandwagon in a big way now, huh?
In fact, we were talking. I missed only one home game last year.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you'd been there. that many.
So I missed one home game last year. No, I generally go to most of the games. This year, I'm definitely going. Now that we're the home of USC football and we get cool access to things, I'm going to jump right in.
Right, I'm with you. I know. Do they play? Is it Wisconsin and Penn State both come to the Coliseum?
Yeah,
this year?
Wisconsin and Penn State are both at the Coliseum. Penn State at the Coliseum just blows me away because my whole family grew up Penn State fans because they're from central Pennsylvania, Altoona, Pennsylvania, which is just just west of State College. So they were all Penn State fans.
State.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun college football season with USC and with the schedule that they've got. And I'm impressed. You're going to Vegas. You want to go to Michigan, the Big House. That sounds great. Anything else? Any other road trip possibilities?
I'm looking at some Rams stuff.
Okay, I'm going to go see the Rams play at New England, but that's in November.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
Yeah.
I've never been to that stadium in New England.
Foxborough. Yeah. One way in, one way out.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's like the
Well,
Rose
I'm
Bowl.
sure
By the
it
way,
take-
Rose
it sure
Bowl is
takes
number
no
2
time
on
at all to
that
get
list
out
of
after a
historic
game.
places.
All right, hold on a second. What did you say, Johnny I?
Nothing.
No, you said something and it was important.
No, because it's 4:13. I'm working a minute of overtime in this spot.
Well, and you're at your Coeur d'Alene house.
I'm at the compound. Yeah,
I know.
I got a
Cappy,
boat to get
3
into.
words.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.